You test the mics. You on? You hear us good?
Did you? Yeah. I just turned it off after.
Did you test them?
Oh yeah.
We're live there, Ronnie. What's the noise? No, you sound like that. It was wind, flowers and shit. Still. All right, we already on. Huh?
I think we are on.
We are.
Yeah.
We're on. Like
We're
live?
streaming. Yeah.
Oh, streaming. Oh shit! I didn't even know,
Yo,
man.
we didn't even put the topics up though.
Wait, that's what I'm saying. We didn't put the topics up.
Why didn't y'all do that?
But that's what I was just saying to you.
What?
That's what I'm saying. We didn't have the topics up. That's what I've been saying.
So why did you put them up?
Because I thought we were just going with it. That's why we were having the overview.
Okay, yeah, we do that too. I know the specific things that y'all wanted to talk about. I already know what they are in the head. You want to talk about the Lakers, Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
We want to talk about, I think, the Knicks. Right?
You think?
I'm just saying.
Nigga, you know we're going to talk about the Knicks. Here running point, you know what I
We're
mean?
gonna talk about Kevin Garnett.
Talk about OKC.
Talk about Big Dog from Philly, and then
Joel Embiid.
I already know what they are in the head. We're talking about.
Yeah, this shit's still like wobbly as hell. You think?
I'm just saying.
Nigga, you know we're going to talk about the Knicks. Here running point, you know what I mean?
Talk about Kevin
Talk about OKC.
Big Dog from Philly, and then
Joel Embiid.
I already know what they are in the head.
Yeah, this shit's still like wobbly as hell. You think? Nigga, you know we're going to talk about the Knicks.
And they got Cat bringing the ball down.
Joel Embiid. He's like that, dog. Why are you so surprised?
No, it's the All Star.
Yeah,
Everybody gotta touch the
Top
ball.
5 in MVP rate. Who we talking
Listen,
about?
I just want to make something clear because I don't know if this has been made clear already. I'm not a Cat hater.
That's what it sounds like.
There's only one thing about Cat I don't like, and it's nothing about his game.
Personality?
No, it's just when he speaks.
Yeah,
Like when
on
he
your phone, go to the page.
when he really speaks. It's not what he says. It's how the things that I hear. Yo.
What'd you tablet, Ron?
Huh?
What did you tablet?
And he also
Ooh, Joker with a nice pass. Switches over to Shea. Shea with the easy layup.
Just ask him.
So it's about 15, 20 seconds.
Like,
But it's current right now.
Yeah.
We live.
Don't say, can I see that? What? He take the
What you eating?
please.
It's early. I mean, you want to order something? You want to order a pizza or something? Nah, you straight?
Straight after this.
All right.
If y'all good. I didn't even stressed out already, man.
Shaq with the turtleneck and the suit jacket.
Was it stupid?
I like the color though. Purple is what it is. Ooh, the deep three, huh?
Who was it? Who took it?
Donovan.
What do you think about Donovan this year?
12-10 or 12-9. Chuck's team is up. Kenny's team down by 3. Chuck's team grabs the ball. Oh, Chuck grabbed. What did he grab? The young stars. He got Joker, Shea Gildress. He got the big bodega out there.
No, Chuck got the international.
Nah, Chuck is red.
Chuck,
right?
yeah, Chuck got the international
So
stars.
the red
Kenny
team
got
is
the
not because Chuck's name is red. That's what I'm saying.
So
now.
Jokic, Shea Gillis,
So they're not young
Gildress.
players. Those are just all international players. Where's Shea from?
Canada.
Oh, he's Canadian.
That's the theme of his team.
Oh, okay, so he's got all the.
And Kenny's got the young up and comers.
Listen, these
Jalen Williams.
non-American players is busting ass right now. Tyler Hero with a three that didn't even touch the net. That was a beautiful shot. Ooh, Big Kmart came back with his own three. 17,
This game might be
12,
over quick.
Chuck's team.
It's first to 40.
Yeah, that might be a real quick 40. We'll see. 17-12, Chuck's team. My boy, it's like halftime right now. Game go to 40.
So where we go? Ain't over to this one.
What's up, video?
I'm actually on.
Them some running point twos on you? Ronnie?
Oh, you feel me? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all mute this or something?
Me what? Yeah. What?
The La Maneras? What?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Them shit is fire.
Like this spot. I don't know what. Arenas. I had to look this shit up. What is that?
Yeah, know what they were?
I know they were Jordan 2s, but I didn't.
So there's themes for some J's.
Yeah.
So like Cool Grays is a theme. So like across all the J's, 1 through 13 or 1 through 6, whatever, Cool Grays is a themed sneaker style. La Maneras is another themed sneaker style. It has like a burgundy color. They're usually like a nice texture on them, but you're always gonna see some type of burgundy or something in them as well. Olives. So these are the olive 7s.
Yep.
So yeah, like these are olives. So there's olive 4s, olive 7s. You know what I'm saying? So like those go across. The La Maneras, there's several pair of La Maneras that are just
Yeah,
but
I
they're-
looked it up on the website. I was seeing it had some joints.
A black dude owns it too.
yeah, like the
He owns
La Maneras are like
retail stores outside.
of the different types of Jordans and the different styles. The Maneras is like up at the top. Them is,
It's about time we get like.
they hold their value too. Like if you try to
Reputation.
resell them, you're gonna
Yeah.
get some bread for them.
I wish I known that before I got there. I'm just.
I mean, people wear their J's. I wear mine.
You have to, man.
Yeah,
They have to age.
for real. You ever see what happens when you don't wear your J's?
They fall apart and
Yeah,
shit.
they turn into like a cupcake.
All right, so Serge,
Can you move that over?
right here is
One
Google.
side, turning my head like too much.
Works regularly.
Not to the left.
This is the live stream currently where we at right now. If you just want to check to make sure that you can see what everybody else is seeing, this is just the regular details of the shit.
No, because
If DJ want to come add a description and change the title, could do that.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And then we just gotta click save whenever that happens. Well, here's the thing. Here's your doc information, and this is just something else. So that's what you need for Google, which is right there. And then this is the stream. This thing right here, OBS. This is the stream. As long as it stays like this, it's recording. Blah, is doing everything that it needs to do. We currently got 1 viewership, which is us. It says we got 5 views. And then, blah, blah, blah. This is the mic, making sure you hear us. And blah, blah, blah.
Can he see if people ask questions on there too? I'm gonna be.
It's supposed to be some kind of chat right here or something like that.
Steve, if we moved it that way, I could still see it. Because it'd be, I feel like it's, just looking at you looking at it, it would be hard for you to like, because you're like totally off camera when you're looking at it.
I'm off camera. When
Like I would say in terms of like, you can actually tell that you're.
I'm reading something.
I don't know where to find it, but there was supposed to be a chat that's supposed to be popped up like right here. You can see it and shit. I don't see where this shit at.
Maybe
But
somebody put a message in there yet.
Maybe,
It's
but
like-
I don't really want to touch nothing to mess this shit up real quick.
Can you see the messages
I can see it
from
on
your
my
phone? So yeah, that's what I was using anyway.
What about this, Steve?
Oh, a better way. What's up, squad? What's good? That's Jonah.
Oh, tell Jonah. What up, Jonah?
What up? What
What's
up?
good?
Oh yeah, that's good. Is that on camera? there. All right, bet.
Damn, Jonah. So, we gotta get it right for our viewership, nigga.
Oh, that's funny. Shout out to Jonah, man.
Shout out to Jonah, man.
See that?
What up, Jonah?
And the fam.
Wemby with the deep three. He missed it, though.
And the fam.
Okay. So that
Ooh, nice pass.
I
thing
know.
is recording.
What's recording?
The mics
Okay.
and the live, and now the show.
This fucking thing.
DJ, your phone got an hour and 5 minutes.
All right, bet.
So an hour is the show.
I mean, we're gonna continue because mine will just go off first, basically.
Yeah, but you want to open and close the show with your phone because it's the solo shot of you.
Got it. Okay. I never pay attention to that shit.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
That's why I told you you gotta have an entrance.
Like the Undertaker.
Your head coming to the left and opening up the screen.
Yo, we gonna have to have a brand on here.
Yeah, clearly I see y'all niggas. See, I got.
Oh, where? Oh,
Yeah, do the pod.
all right, as long as I ain't doing it.
You want me to take it off?
Nah,
I can't take it off of this.
Yeah, that's- okay.
You know what I'm
bro,
saying?
you can bring another cup. You know what I'm saying? Next time we gotta get you a mug.
We gotta get some sponsors. Man.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Somebody sponsor us some mic.
You want to check? Yeah, you want to check to see if the vibe for everybody.
Yeah, I'm.
Because this shit keeps like
Oh, what's the name of Jonah Company?
A better way. Oh,
Pansy Home Care.
A Pansy Home Care. Yeah, a better way is
Sponsors.
Yeah, I mean we got room here, man. You know what I
We
mean?
definitely put a home care sign in here.
Exactly.
Jonah.
Shout out to Greg too.
Yeah.
Liz, Rachel, what up, y'all? Martine, what up, though? Hey,
David the
crew. We got like a fam.
The fam. There we go.
you know?
Whatever you want to call that shit.
Shout out to Mo and the kids.
Put this shit behind the plant.
You got live?
Yo, you know somebody tall when they tall as hell on TV. Because Wembley is like towering over everybody on here.
Bro,
Oh, this
it's
joint
crazy.
started?
Yeah, it started.
All right. What you doing, Jimmy?
We halfway through the first game. 23-19. Kenny's team came back.
They playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like hard?
So wait, yeah, they're playing. So Chuck's team is Wemby with the dub. Chuck's team is all non-United States players, so global players. Kenny's team is what?
The Young Stars.
Yeah,
Young
young,
stars.
up and coming stars.
Up and coming
Like the
stars.
Cade Cunningham's,
I mean, they got Trae Young on
Where's
European
where's Trae Young
squad?
um, because Giannis got hurt. He's a
Oh,
replacement.
okay, so he's replacing Giannis.
Yeah.
So yep, that's what we were saying.
And then Kyrie's replacing, who was he replacing? AD.
Okay.
Well, Kyrie should have been on
that
Well,
one,
that's how they drafted prior to
Yeah.
the injuries happening.
So I mean, like, did that just like? Are we going to intro? Or?
We just rock, go
okay.
with it.
Yeah, do the intro.
Oh, do the intro?
We need an episode, bro.
I know that, but we just.
Oh, my
it's
fault.
like
hybrid.
yeah.
It's
I
a
thought you
hybrid,
said-
Yeah, it's
so
a
it's
hybrid, bro.
weird.
I was gonna let me cook, bro. Let me cook, Ronnie. I mean,
That's why I said go over the shit so we all know.
but we're having conversation, dog. We're good. But yeah, that's how.
So my question: Do y'all feel like that? I feel like that trade didn't age well. Like after 2 weeks, like
What trade?
the Anthony Davis trade, like he's out for the season.
He ain't out for the season.
No,
he's out for the season.
Nah. I don't.
He out for like a month.
Can you
He
check
out
that?
for the
Can you check
season,
that,
bro.
Serge?
No, I'll
Is
check.
AD out for the season?
Nah, he's not.
Hey, pull it up.
You didn't even check. You just saying he's not.
Check it on your phone. Because you don't want to open my web pages.
But I mean, even so, like the All-Star game has started. News right before the All-Star game, Bron is not participating because of a ankle situation. Do you think that was selfish of Bron to do that this late in the All-Star?
No.
Like allowing another
Nah, what if
player
his
to
ankle is not
be
right?
All-Star? Huh?
What if his ankle's not right? That's like,
I'm
if
saying
it-
like how you knew this a while ago, probably, Bron, that you probably
Maybe,
weren't gonna
maybe
play.
not.
Maybe no.
Maybe he had a conversation and said, you know what? Like, we really want to lock into winning this season.
But-
and winning this playoff.
Yo, the regular rules don't apply to
not-
LeBron.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying giving another potential All-Star or a snub.
The regular rules
That's
don't
all-
apply to LeBron. Whatever he wants to do is his 22nd season.
That's
If he
crazy.
wants to tell you right before tip-off, I don't feel like playing,
Pretty much that's what he did, though.
Rock with it.
That's crazy. As an NBA, though. You know what I mean?
But he has a pretty good
As a
track
business.
record. Like, he's
Yeah.
shown up to these games.
No, I'm not
Put
saying
on.
that.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
think it was selfish of him?
No, I think sometimes you have to put yourself first. So if you know you're not in a good position, or you know you're not 100% healthy,
For example, right, to help Ja's situation, like from last year, his team being, you know what I mean? We talked about it last episode in terms of like having the top 8 teams have the best players play for something. So let's just say, for instance, Ja's kind of like turned his team to a competitor again this year. His numbers are pretty good. Why not him be the replacement?
I mean,
Especially leading up to the All-Star game. If Bron knew that he was going to be out,
But the thing is, they're announcing it now. Maybe the NBA knew.
that's
You
crazy.
know? It's a possibility. You don't know. This
I'm just saying, like, to help, because we still
is
don't
the
know
new
who the face of the
Superman
league.
cross-eyed? Am I bugging?
What happened?
Yo, is the new Superman cross-eyed?
I don't know, dog. You better not be. But
Yo, the next time that commercial come on, look at his eyes.
But do you-
Watch it.
do you-
We'll watch it. My fault, but AD, it just says multiple weeks. It doesn't say
Yeah.
for the season. Yeah, it just says multiple weeks.
yeah, I mean, back to that, like,
Oh, and shout out Josh, too. He's on the live
what up,
stream.
Josh?
What up, Josh?
Like, yeah,
Go ahead.
right, and also, I don't know. I mean, it's probably right now. It's already bad because he was already hurt going into the trade.
Right.
Both of them were, and to Ronnie's point, like they both should have sat out the All-Star break. Like, you don't need to play. What are you playing for? Bron had just proven that, like, you don't need to play an All-Star game. For what? You don't go hard in it anyway.
No, but with the NBA being down viewers, if they announce that LeBron's not playing, maybe they lose even more viewers.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying like AD and the Lucas situation. The trade.
Luka's not in the game at all.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just
right?
saying, like, you
At
don't
all.
need to. You
Nah.
don't need this. What do you need this for? You don't need to play.
With the
No, I'm saying I would have sat out AD as well. along
But he
with
did
Luka.
sit out. He didn't do anything for the All-Star game. He got hurt in the regular season.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
I
no,
wouldn't
he
have
got
played
hurt
him.
in his first game.
That's what I'm saying. I
That
wouldn't have played him coming off the injury. He was already injured going into that game.
Yeah,
I
but
would've-
they said he was healthy.
Yeah.
As a Maverick, I already know what I'm dealing with. Something delicate over here. So it's like I'm gonna
So,
sit him
do you
out after the
feel like the
because-
Dallas Mavericks felt pressure because the fans' reaction
possibly.
was like betrayal, and they were like, "Okay, we gotta get this dude in front of the cameras on the court."
Nah,
I think so.
his timeline didn't change from when he was with the Lakers.
So he would have
It-
started that night. if he
Yeah,
was in
with the
LA.
Lakers, it wasn't expecting him to miss mad time.
But it's a new
Like
training
that.
staff, though. You know what I mean? You would want to.
You could say maybe with AD's injury history, maybe he should personally take it more delicately and whatnot. But the injury specifically, it was on the right timeline. So
Okay.
with the Lakers, he would have came back and played.
Yeah, but also I'm just saying as a new ownership, right? As the new franchise, as a medical staff, I'm going to just double check what you're doing.
What is his injury? An extender? or-
No, it's like a
Abductor.
groin.
Yeah.
It's like a
It
groin.
was. It
Abductor
started as an
injury.
oblique
Yeah.
little thing, so it probably was tight. So it probably did have some issues that caused what is now, I believe, a groin
And it's-
issue. So
And it's a common thing now because remember Paulo was out for it and then Franz Wagner was out for it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
so league
true.
situation. So it's like a new injury that's happening around the league for whatever reason. Like, and that's considered, I guess, a soft tissue area. So they're probably not doing certain training during the off season now anymore.
properly.
So it's just weird.
the game is different. I don't think.
You don't think the training has anything to do with it?
I think they're doing better training than they ever have. I think the game is just a whole lot different. Back in the day, it was more of an impact game, but now it's more of a speed, air. That's why you're getting soft tissue.
Space.
Run and
Yeah,
gun.
yeah. So it's like stop and go, twitch, high twitch, or whatever, fast twitch. So it's those type of injuries, like track stars.
Yeah.
Those are the type of injuries.
Yeah.
So on the wrong night, if you ain't stretch right, or if you're a little tight and you don't catch it and you go out there and you're running and stopping and going like that, you could pull something.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that that's not the case at all. I don't know. It's just weird that it's a common injury now. That's all I'm saying. Like, and then obviously the All-Star game is obviously in Oakland, right? And they just got a new piece. Not Oakland. I'm sorry, San Francisco. Jimmy Butler going over to Golden State. What do y'all think?
Well, they 3-1 with Jimmy on the team. He's been impactful in all the games they played. It looks like a much better trade watching the game
Yeah.
than it did on paper.
Yeah.
I'll say that. The one thing that Ronnie always talks about is like how, the one thing about this dude Jimmy Butler is that
Yeah.
he plays with so much heart and soul. Like that's something you can't see in the numbers. Like he's very strategic about when he scores and how he impacts the game.
Yep.
Like that's just how he plays. He's doing the same thing in Golden State. So that might be one of the teams you don't want to see in the play-in, just because of he's going to will a team to win.
I was
Yeah.
just gonna say that.
Yeah.
He could be a fourth quarter guy.
Yeah, he's a player that does everything. Like he's an all-around player. So he's on your squad, right? He's gonna defend. So he's competitive. So he's gonna lock down his position. He's gonna score. He's gonna rebound. He's cutting. He's passing. So he's doing all. He's just playing good basketball, which the Warriors love, and fits in with the Warriors.
And he's never had, like, they've never played with each other. Like, they've never had someone like their skill set, right? Steph has never played with anyone like a Jimmy skill set. Jimmy's never played with anyone like Steph.
Right.
Jimmy doesn't need the ball to score. And he can slash. And he could, like, he's the thing that each other needs.
Compliments each
The
other.
only downside is, like, you have a motivated Jim now. Like, you didn't think my value was there, Pat, so I'm going to show you. He's taking lesser talent
Joker
to
alley-oop to Wemby is
Y'all,
crazy.
y'all just cutting off my wisdom. Like
I'm sorry,
I see how
man.
that is.
A Joker
Damn, man. Like I
alley-oop
can't
to
even
Wemby?
I can't even get my thoughts off real quick.
This is
y'all
not-
more entertained by the All-Star game, man. We're
This
supposed
is
to be
not
having a
fair.
podcast and all that.
This is crazy.
You said it was a hybrid, right,
No,
bro?
it's no hybrid. Goddamn it, nigga. Let me speak. Nigga.
What you
Let me
saying?
speak, huh?
What you saying?
Exactly. Niggas wasn't even paying attention. To the point where I done forgot. What I'm saying is, like, he's motivated. Like, Pat didn't want you. You didn't see the value. I read up with Golden State, right? With my former teammate bringing me in, Mike Dunleavy Jr. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's see what works. But the downside is they're small
Yeah, they still
And
not
old.
enough.
and old. I mean, they could definitely be a play-in team. I just don't see it.
What do you mean by old?
35
Like,
and
do they
up.
play slow?
No,
Old in
age
terms
was
of minutes
35.
logged, right? Like, Steph has went to the finals
But
4
isn't
times.
that
Draymond's been to the
valuable
finals
once
4
the
times.
playoffs come around?
Not with
No, because you're
That's
gonna get
miles.
tired.
yeah,
It's a lot of
To
miles.
be a champion, you gotta win 4 rounds.
facts.
Right.
Tough
So-
rounds. in
And
the
it slows
West.
down.
The older
in the
you
playoffs,
get,
too.
every other day, you might wear down if you don't have a balanced team. And if you're LeBron, Steph, Jimmy Butler, Durant, these old guys who have to carry a team.
Yeah.
It's not like the team is carrying them, and then at special moments they're taking over like they're a luxury item. Nah, these guys have to play well and have to play great for 48 minutes. And over a course of a regular season and then 4 playoff rounds,
Yeah, it's a lot.
Do you think
And
Golden
they've already logged. Not to cut your wisdom, Steve. They've already logged a lot of that, like Steph and
No, you're
Draymond.
right.
With four finals, 5 finals. You know what I'm saying? Like
Do,
appearances.
do you think that they make it to the playoffs this year?
It's tough. The West is stacked,
yeah, what's the stack?
and with the shift of like Luka going to the Lakers, like
I think
Somebody's not
there's some
making it.
things
Yeah.
that have happened that are some teams are going to fall out of that play-in position. Like I don't think Sacramento's going to like be in that playoff position
I
for
think,
the
I
play-in.
think the Spurs falling off.
I don't think Dallas is going to be in that
think Spurs
play-in.
fall-
Wait, you
off?
think the Spurs falling off?
Of making the playoffs?
No, the play-in.
Playing.
I mean, damn, y'all see how many teams is up in there? Somebody.
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
Yes,
two teams
but-
that I say are falling out of that contention for the play-in would be Dallas, and then the other team I would say is Sacramento.
yeah, because
that's what
Dallas
I
is
mean.
hurt.
Dallas is hurt. They don't got
No big.
front line.
They have no
Nobody.
big.
Lively.
They got Dwight
Gafford,
Powell.
and Davis.
So like with those two falling out, maybe
Yeah.
Golden State does have an opportunity now to kind of like step in.
I mean, they're
You're
tied
right,
with
and
Sacramento 28.
You think San
27
Antonio
for
doesn't?
10.
Huh?
You think?
You think San Antonio does what, Steve?
Go through the top
No, I'm
10
asking
real quick.
Ronnie because Ronnie said he don't think the Spurs could get into the play-in.
Like, that's
Who's
what
in the play-in right now?
So the playing would be Minnesota at 7, Dallas at 8, Sacramento at 9,
Those two fall.
Golden State at 10, Phoenix and San Antonio are on the outskirts.
See,
So I say-
So that's why I
Phoenix
said-
is down there too.
But that's
they're
why I
done.
said Sacramento
They're done.
and Dallas falling out.
Sacramento and Dallas.
Yeah, because I think that this second half of the season is going to be much tougher for them.
Hey, yo, I don't want to see Dallas not make the playoffs, son.
They may not.
Nah, Nico, like life is valuable, son. They'll kill that nigga if they don't make the playoffs, my nigga. They'll kill
He
him.
be GMing from home.
Yeah.
He be GMing from another
he's,
state.
Dallas-
he's public enemy number one right
Yeah,
now.
Dallas
dog.
gotta make the playoffs.
Yeah,
But
that's
they're not.
Yeah, that's
The
a fair
reality,
point.
in my opinion,
They don't.
I'm calling it now. Dallas and Sacramento falling out.
Yeah,
We could probably get San
Spurs.
Antonio
Yeah,
and
Spurs
Phoenix,
and Phoenix
in
is
there.
coming.
Nah.
But Golden State's ahead of both of them.
yeah.
So I'm thinking like
They
maybe
stay there.
Golden State. Yeah.
Well,
Right
Right
now,
say 10.
right now, Golden State is tied with Sac, 28
Yeah,
27.
So they'll move to 9.
yeah.
It's Golden State. They'll go
Yeah,
from
but
10 to 9.
you said Sacramento and Dallas out.
Yeah,
That means Phoenix.
because
And
So Golden State
is already in the playoff right now. They're in the 10 spot.
All right. So that means Phoenix and,
And Minnesota-
Golden, for you,
Minnesota's-
Phoenix is
Minnesota's
Spurs.
going to stay where they're at. If-
Yeah, so Phoenix and Spurs is
I
taking
like that
over
too.
that spot.
But I like that. I like that. I would say
7,
that.
8, 9, 10. So those
I'd
4
agree.
teams.
I would agree with that. I like that. What do you think? You don't like it?
So Minnesota,
He's-
Golden
I
State,
mean,
Phoenix, and San Antonio.
That's good.
Two of those teams still
That's-
not making the playoffs.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
That's a
We
fact.
didn't ask for all that, my nigga. Just to play it, my nigga,
But the
right
playing, the playing is it's a part of the league now. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about
now. Yeah,
it.
for sure.
You know, so I mean,
If Dallas doesn't even make the play-in, that's crazy.
it
But
is.
it's
But
not
I don't
crazy.
think they will.
If all their bigs, like Kyrie's
For
a
an
rogue, but I
extended
don't know if
period.
he's that.
Yeah.
I think they will.
Right now.
Didn't Dallas just be Golden State?
Yeah.
I think Dallas is going to etch
I
it
don't know,
out,
they-
especially Anthony Davis is coming back.
Yeah.
I
But how
think they-
healthy though?
Huh?
How healthy? You know what I mean?
He just got a strain. It's
I'm
not
saying,
really.
I'm saying you said the timeline for the Lakers that when Dallas got him, he was good. Then he got hurt again.
He's out
Yeah.
for
What's the
weeks.
chances?
He's out for weeks.
It's a
multiple
strain.
weeks.
Now, actually, you're right. This injury is a little more time consuming.
You have to rest.
Yeah, he got to be out for at least a month, and then he'll be
Yeah.
reevaluated.
So we're
Yeah,
talking
So-
about end of
No,
March,
that's what I'm
Alright.
saying. And then the playoffs, April, right?
April what? 4th or
20, later in the. I want to say April 23rd, right? The playoffs.
so
start?
maybe he has 3 weeks of regular season. They would have to go on a pretty decent run
Yeah.
to make up for him not being.
And then can Kyrie carry the entire
And
team
they're
right
already
now?
in the position for just a play-in. So if their play dips at all in the next
Yeah.
month, they're out of it.
Yeah.
They're out of
I
it.
think like Spencer Dinwiddie, like he's playing for his next contract. He has an opportunity. He's very skillful offensively. He just can he take the next step at his older age?
Yeah, nah,
You know what I'm
Spencer
saying?
Dinwiddie's done.
You think he's done?
Like done from what we know of Spencer Dinwiddie
Got
back
you.
on the
Okay.
Nets.
Okay.
Like that, nah. Now he's
You think physically or mentally? It's
Or where he's at.
I
Is
mean,
where
it
he's
might
gonna
just be the
at.
injury wise.
Got you.
Like
The ACL
I don't think
and
he's
all
that old, right? He ain't
he's
that
not
old.
He's 31.
But it's probably
So-
the injury. Yeah.
Yeah, so
So who do you think has to step up for them? Like they have Dante Exum. You know what I mean? Like
they got
have
Max Christie,
Yeah.
the Laker. He's playing right.
Oh, sure.
He's helping them.
yeah.
They got fringe pieces around. Like, I mean, it's gonna be up to Kyrie. Hopefully, Clay could have
He's
a
just
couple of
older,
hot
that's all.
nights. Yeah, Kyrie could carry
But I
him into
forgot
the
about
game. So we'll see how
Clay?
it is.
I forgot about Clay. Yeah. To
I
be
mean-
honest, he's been really, really quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clay will.
He had a game against Golden State. They,
I mean,
they
he's
still
always going to do
lost.
that though.
You know what I'm saying?
He's always going to do that. He's always going to have a game.
Anthony Davis's new TV show debuts tonight after the All-Star game.
True.
It's called Foul Play. It's like a practical joke game.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's like a practical joke show.
Oh, dope. All
It's
right.
called Foul
That's
Play.
crazy. What y'all think about that? Like the whole, just him having a show, him being traded.
He got all this free time. I mean, he just healing.
LeBron and Rich.
What?
Set him up for success probably. With Clutch, with Uninterrupted over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you
I don't be buying these coincidences.
No,
Like
I'm
the
saying.
fact that he's in the news, like with this big ass trade, and then all
But
of a
that's-
sudden
that's
Anthony
momentum.
Davis.
That's momentum.
Out of all the
Conveniently.
people who got a show coming out in the NBA, Anthony Davis.
That's momentum.
Nah, the show had to be planning before.
Yeah,
But,
it had to be
but I'm
filmed
saying,
and-
but I'm saying he's with that clique. He's with that group.
I understand
That's what I'm
that,
saying.
but what I'm saying is the whole. To me, I think there's just something behind the scenes orchestrating the storyline. Like
Of course.
Anthony Davis, you wouldn't even be expecting him to have like a TV show. He's not like really out there like that. So him having a TV show is something new. All right, cool. But you just happen to be in the news with this big ass trade. All right, it looks like somebody's behind the scenes orchestrating shit.
I mean, you can say that for any trade or any act. You know what I mean? Any like, yeah, any move. There's always gonna be questions behind the scenes. It's like, why the fuck you did that? There's always gonna be that internal dialogue.
What What is this, a Mr. Beast challenge? So Damian Lillard
Who
has to
knows,
hit,
man? Dame Lillard versus.
he got to hit 3 to win against this kid that's got to hit 1 to
Oh, that's
win.
Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Damn, his reach is crazy, bro. He already has like 100 million followers.
Mr. Beast?
Yeah, bro. Like all these young kids at one point in time were
And
following this dude.
he's just known for shooting.
Huh? Mr. Beast?
Yeah.
He just comes up with games.
Yeah, he gives away money.
Yeah. Basically.
What's that, a Lakers shirt he got on?
Who?
So I
no.
can't even tell.
It was
But anyway,
a
we
Bay-
gotta
a
get back
Bay
to the
shirt.
episode, guys. Dang, y'all distracted, bro.
Yo, these
What?
niggas
We
always doing
streaming.
some game.
I know, but you're
gimmick.
distracted. You know what I'm saying?
No, we not.
I had to put in some fillers.
Yeah, they're always doing some kind of gimmick. Hey, yo, they don't turn the 3-point contest whack. Y'all watch that shit last night?
I wasn't even watching, to be honest with
I
you,
did.
dog.
That joint
I
was
watched
whack.
it.
What's whack about it? Oh, the story?
They had 9 3-point shooters. Jalen Brunson,
Low some soul.
Cade
Low
Cunningham.
scores.
Cade Cunningham.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they had 9 shooters, and then they had all this gimmick. They had a bunch of shit going on. Like, you know, they tried to do all this gimmick. They had Damian Lillard there on the bench yawning, blah, blah, it's him back in his hometown, defending champ of the 3-point contest. They had him sitting there cold for like an hour before he got to shoot. He got up there and hit 14 points and out first round.
Out first round, you're right.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. They just do some dumb shit.
I mean,
Back to the episode, my
yeah,
fault.
man, you know what I mean? Back to the episode, baby. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, we have a young up and coming team. Well, they're here now. They're not even up and coming. OKC, like, they didn't really make any moves at the trade deadline. Did they need to? What's it looking like for their second half?
And they're getting
Do they have enough
they're getting
as
Chet
Laker
back.
fans?
They're getting Chet back.
As
They're gonna be
Laker fans, I'm
competitive.
not worried
Chet is
about
back.
it.
They're gonna be competitive.
What do you
I
think?
don't think they need any trades.
I'm saying
they're good.
now, but it's like you think they have enough to.
For what? For the Chet.
I'm asking. Yeah,
I don't think they have enough experience.
that's the only thing they're lacking right now.
Yeah. I would say, like, they have to get that playoff experience.
You don't think last year was good enough for them?
Nah, I think they need more. They're still maturing as a team. They're still growing into their own. I have no doubt that I wouldn't be surprised if they win a chip in the next few years, but they're still not quite there yet.
They gotta win the chip in the next few years.
They have to, yeah.
I mean,
or Presti gotta go.
Presti got to go.
If you don't win a chip in the next few years, what's the next few years? Three years.
Yeah.
If you don't win a chip in the next 3 years, you don't went through Harden, Durant, Westbrook,
To nobody.
to Paul George, Carmelo,
Carmelo,
to this,
Westbrook.
to now, to this iteration. If you can't win a chip, my guy, like, what are you
Damn,
doing?
This kid just beat Dame
He
Lillard.
beat Dame in a half court shot challenge, I guess.
Yeah.
Dame. Wow.
That's crazy.
And they got Dame
Oh, shit,
walking
and
They
off.
just bumped Dame out the way. Oh, dog.
So it was a
I mean, I don't-
it was a 3-point contest with
They're probably telling
No, it was
them.
like a half court shot.
half court shot.
Yeah.
Dame had to hit 3, and this kid had to only hit 1. It looked like Dame hit maybe 2, and the kid hit 1 finally. And they cheering for this kid like he's
He made
he won
100 grand. Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Swimming in money.
So they cheering for him like Rubio. Wait, what was his name? Radio?
Come
Not
on, don't do
Radio.
that. Shout out to Cuba Gooding Jr. Dog. Don't do that, dog.
Hey,
Don't do that, dog.
all of that better be play money. You better write me a
Rudy.
legit check.
That's
if
what
you
I'm
mean.
at.
Oh, you're Rudy. Okay, all right, all right, all right,
They
all
went
right.
crazy with Rudy.
All right.
Shout out to Cuba.
You said Rudy on the radio. So you're saying everyone's saying no. Okay, C's not it.
Not this year. I don't see him.
They'll
winning
be
this year.
competitive. That's it. But
They're going to be competitive.
Yeah.
But it's really the other teams around, like, who's going to step up to beat them. Clearly, they are a good team. They're the best team, but no one believes that they're unbeatable in the playoffs as their record would suggest. Like, we know that they're young. Nobody on the team other than Shea, you would say, is proven. Jalen Williams is an all-star, right? But
And what
at
do you
the
mean?
same
What do you mean
time,
by proven, Rodney? Like, what is Shea proven?
he's proven that
He can play in the regular season.
he's unguardable.
I mean, but like,
Yeah.
I just get those old Phoenix Suns vibes from them. Like,
It could be.
Phoenix Suns
It could be.
The Steve
Yeah,
Nash?
like Steve Nash, Sean
Really?
Marion, Amari Stoudemire. I get those vibes like, yo, like they're
That was my team too.
they're a
back in
crash
the day.
out team.
Oh, you're a Laker fan or
during
Suns
the
fan?
regular season. They're gonna run through
just asking.
everybody. But then when the playoffs come
Lindsay
down,
did check you one time.
you know what I'm saying?
Just
It's a different story, right?
Yeah.
That's the vibe I get from them. I could be wrong, but that's the vibe that I get when I watch them play.
I think the league gets that vibe. Brian Windhorst has been on ESPN claiming that everybody in the league, even behind the scenes, is not showing the Oklahoma City Thunder respect. And it's because they're young.
Yeah.
Like, really, like let's go through it, right? Shet. Yeah, they got 2 7-footers starting, Shet and Hartenstein. Hartenstein is not really an offensive threat except for that little floater that he does. Shet is not going to score down low on you like that unless if it's off a roll or something like
But how
that.
can teams give you second point opportunities?
Right, but
That's
that is
big in the playoffs.
rebounding.
That's
That
big in
is
the playoffs.
yeah, that is rebounding. But from an offensive standpoint, them having two 7-footers on there is not like, oh, I need to change my lineup because they're going to be dominating me down low. Rebounding, yes, that would be a factor, but Shet is going to be shooting perimeter shots. LeBron will manhandle him. He's not posting LeBron. LeBron could play the 4 against somebody like that. You know what I mean? He could even box him out and grab some rebounds against him. So that's what I mean. Like,
Okay.
you're not too worried about they may be tall, but they're not physical, right? Now, on the perimeter, they got some players. Jalen Williams, of course,
Yep.
SGA, Caruso, Isaiah Joe, Wiggins, but except for Shea, none of them is proven, and Caruso can't score. So it's like you're not scared of them. They're too young.
Exactly.
That's it.
So what do you think they end up at the end of the season?
I see a second, third round exit.
So you see finals? Western Conference?
They could.
It just depends on the matchup, really.
Okay.
Yeah,
It really depends on the
what it
matchup.
is. If they find the right matchup,
Yeah.
against, because all of these other teams have weaknesses, right? So if you got a clear weakness and it's someone could exploit it in the
Yeah.
playoffs, then you're beat.
I
And
mean,
how many times have we seen that? Like a top team get exposed in the playoffs. That happened to Dallas Mavericks.
yeah.
right?
Speaking of that, I mean, since this whole trade got rescinded for the Hornets and Lakers, y'all kind of vulnerable with big men. Alex Lynn is big trash. What are your second half expectations? Y'all don't really look too good defensively.
But we
That's
look
well-
great offensively.
No. I'm just asking the question, dog.
So I mean, there's Lakers are in talks for Kelly Olynyk right now. So he's
Olynyk.
Oh yeah, he's not a Nick anymore. So I think last week
Who
we
we
said
are?
he was Olynyk. Yes, he's
Kelly Olynyk.
We gotta wait for somebody. Then,
Yeah,
right?
they would have to waive.
I'm just saying, since
That's
So the talk,
I don't-
so the
I
talk
didn't hear
is that they'd be waiving the kid that was going to go to Charlotte with
Cam
Connect.
Reddish.
Yeah, they were going to waive. They're talking about possibly waiving Cam.
I like Cam Reddish. Don't waive him. He just had a child.
And,
Shout out to him.
Shout out to Cam.
But his
picking up-
money is guaranteed if they do waive him.
and
So.
picking up Kelly. So that was on the Laker talk. That's one of the things that they've been talking about. Yeah, they've also.
That's nice.
What was the other one I sent you? What was the other player they've been talking about? Picking up.
Hold on, but Kelly's with the Pelicans.
Yeah, he would have to get waived or something like that.
Yeah, they were saying that they was going to do a buyout for
why
him.
would he go there?
He got traded.
He got
No,
traded.
I thought they bought him out. I thought he was on a buyout.
Well, that's
market.
what the talk was, that it was going to be a buyout.
That's what I
He
thought.
was already bought out?
Yeah,
I
no,
thought so.
Yeah, that he was going to get bought out.
I thought he got traded to the
injured.
Pelicans.
He was supposed to make his debut Thursday, but he got
Yeah,
injured.
that's I sent it to you guys like last week. No,
Yeah. No, I mean,
Okay.
well, I mean, what do you think? So, what are your expectations for this remainder of this year? If y'all just stick with the roster you guys have
nothing
now,
changes, right? This
Recap it for us. What
this
was
new
your
center
thoughts?
that we have right now,
Alex Lynn.
his debut was
Trash.
less than stellar. You know,
Is that
he was
cause
getting
for
pushed
concern?
around in the paint a lot, playing real soft. He's
Okay.
also been very rusty. So I don't think that even at his best he'll be what we expected from Mark Williams. But I do think that a combo of LeBron and Luka in the playoffs could be dangerous. I mean, especially looking at that first game and the type of players that they were putting out there. Like when LeBron was taking a break and then Luka took over, and then Austin Reeves took over with both of them on the bench, and then when all three of them were on the bench, it was like three playmakers on the court at the same time. That's how he scored. Like his first 6 points was all playmaker plays. I think he had like 3 assists and 6 points and like real quick, you know. And that was just from them opening up the court for him, allowing him to play, and then everybody staying active and moving around on the court, which opened up opportunities for Rui, opened up an assist for Austin Reeves, opened up the court enough for them to get their jump shots out and really dominate on offense. Defense is going to be a struggle going into the playoffs. If they use defensive schemes, if they run, I don't know what kind of defense JJ wants to run into the playoffs, but he has until now, until April, to come up with a couple of defensive schemes that hopefully we're going to be really banking on, like outscoring people. Like,
Okay.
honestly, that's what it's going to come down to for us to be successful.
I mean, it's all dependent on Luka's being in shape. Like, that's really what it is. Like, he doesn't look in shape.
He doesn't.
No, he
He's like
doesn't.
270.
No, I'm asking because people are saying he looks good right now. So I'm just
Nah, he looks like
asking the question.
he doesn't look in shape.
Okay. Is that just his
Luka
body type?
never really looks in shape. So I'm not saying he looks all terrible.
Well,
Yeah,
they did show a highlight of Luka at the All-Star game like 4 years ago. He don't look like that now.
Like what? He was
Like,
bigger
he
or
was thin.
something?
He was like,
I mean, he was
he was
younger.
like
He
230.
was.
Yeah, he was younger.
was
There's a big
younger.
difference from when he first came into the league till
So
now.
are you
but
nervous about that? That he's heavy?
no,
Okay.
I'm nervous for.
I'm saying you pointed it out. So I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
pointing it out
Yep.
as, in terms of championship.
Yeah.
To win a championship
Okay.
this season, we need you at your best. Now, throughout his career, he's going to have time to get that under control. And the more we surround him with pieces, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But for right now, the team that we have, we need you at your best for us to compete for a championship because we can. Like you were saying,
Even
our
with
offense.
lack of size?
Yeah, our offense is dynamic. Like you won't be able to stop us. Now, will we be able to stop you? That last Utah game, the game before the All-Star game, DFS and Gabe Vincent didn't play, and like I was saying, I think they should start both of those players and put Austin Reeves on the bench with Rui. So our bench would have a scoring output, and our starting lineup could have some defense. But those two didn't play. But watching that game, it was like within the first quarter, like 3 or 4 possessions, LeBron got blown by for a layup, Luka got blown by for a layup, and Austin Reeves got blown by for a layup. All up in the first quarter of that last Utah game. So that was and I know like the Lakers didn't come out with the right efforts the game before the All-Star break and whatnot. So that's what it mostly was. But that was just a glimpse of that you can't have those 3.
Worst case scenario.
Yeah, worst case scenario.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. And,
I mean, could you guys withstand the fact that like Luka also complains to refs? He doesn't always play. I'm just saying, he doesn't always get back on defense,
Listen,
and then he's not the
LeBron
best
got that
defensive.
He's done
too.
that a couple
LeBron
times
does
already.
that too.
I'm just, huh?
I
LeBron
saw him
does
doing
that
it in
too.
LA.
But I'm saying, can you afford it right now? You know what I'm saying? When you have 2 players that don't like LeBron is older, so he's not gonna sit down in the chair and try to play defense all the time.
part of it.
He's gonna pick and choose when to play, which is smart.
True.
Can Luka afford to do that? You know what I'm saying? Do that and then not contribute
in LA, no.
defensively. You know what I'm
LA,
saying?
no.
That's what I'm saying.
in LA, no.
You can't.
Like that mindset, his mindset has to change.
His mindset does have to change, but one thing is we're the Lakers, so we're used to superstars. So superstars acting a little, you know what I mean, like a little diva-ish.
It's part of the show.
It's part
It's
of
part
it.
of the Lake show.
So he's
But-
gonna have a little bit of leeway, but at the same time of you being a diva, you gotta repay that back with effort. So
Yeah,
there's gonna be
that's-
times you're gonna have to go all out. So if we don't see you going all out, we're not gonna be able to forgive the times where you're,
And not for
complaining
nothing,
and shit.
DJ. Like when Ronnie says like he's not the first superstar, he ain't the first, the 5th, or the 10th.
Right.
No, I understand that part. I'm just saying, like, you're not like. There's been superstars where I feel like it's been baked in. I don't know. Is Luka a winner? I guess that's what I'm saying.
Well,
everyone else had a
find
winning
out.
mindset on the Lakers.
If he's
Granted.
not a winner,
That's what I'm saying.
If he's not a winner,
Yeah.
we're gonna let him know.
Okay.
Or he
And
won't
he's gonna,
be there.
Yeah, and he's gonna
Yeah.
find out.
Okay.
It's not gonna be like any other franchise where, I mean, Luka could go there and give half effort and niggas is just gonna be happy. We weren't happy with LeBron James coming to the Lakers.
Right.
We had something to say about that.
Yeah.
You remember Dwight? How they treated Dwight?
Yeah. Right now we're happy because we got Luka.
Yeah.
But that's because of the future and we found our replacement, our supposed replacement.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I hope Luka don't think like, oh, he's just the savior and he doesn't have to put in any work, anything that he
I think that's what I'm saying. I think
did. I mean, he gonna find out.
I'm not trying to hate. It's just like, do you think Dallas has seen that, like that part of it?
Well, the thing
know what I'm
is,
saying?
the thing is about Dallas compared to LA.
Yeah.
You don't have the James Worthies, the Magic Johnsons, the Kareem Abduls that
Yeah.
still are a part of the organization
Yeah.
that'll set your ass straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But there's been times when Dwight didn't listen to Kareem. Kareem wanted to bring him into the lab to kind of get his foot. Like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't do that. Certain players don't do that.
Right. And what happened?
No, I'm just saying. So it's like he has to change his mindset.
So we don't know the answer
Bro,
of
that's what I'm
it.
So
saying.
you gotta just let it. Like we gotta give it time.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
That's
saying.
it.
I feel like now that we've kind of like we've removed ourselves from the actual moment, let's actually have the conversation. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
I would
we gotta-
like to think that
Yeah.
doesn't happen.
I'm not
Especially
saying- I'm
when
not-
you have predecessors like you've seen what happened
Yeah.
to Dwight. Like Dwight came there, high expectations, left, came back, won a chip, and they still was like, all right, we good with you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And if you're any type of superstar, you don't want that to happen to you. You don't want the Dwight Howard treatment. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what
that's,
I'm
that's
saying?
what I'm saying.
So-
It's just like hopefully like. It's great for basketball. It's great
And
for
the-
the NBA.
and-
like,
and the rest
hopefully
assured.
Luka
Yeah.
changes his mindset, and hopefully Luka like he wants it, bro. That's all I'm saying. I want to see good basketball. If it's dominance, it's dominance. I just want to see good basketball. I don't want him to shortchange this opportunity that he's given. And like those bad habits that he has in Dallas, don't bring him to LA. That's all.
Facts.
That's what I'm saying.
He's gonna find out.
I hope,
Like,
but I hope it's a good find out.
Yeah. I mean,
in Dallas, everything was behind the scenes. The organization was probably trying to tell him
Yeah.
shit like that. In Los Angeles, the fans gonna tell him. The media's gonna tell him. Everybody's
the
gonna tell
legends
him.
is going to tell
I'm
him.
saying, does he shrink? Do you think he's for the lights? Is he
Yeah.
that kind of
Everything we've seen-
personality?
Everything
Yeah.
we've seen so far is we know Luka to handle it. So
Yeah.
Okay.
And to speak to something we were talking about, you guys brought up the Finley taking a beer from him.
Yeah.
And I forgot what I was watching, but they were explaining why. What's the old owner of
Mark Cuban?
Mark Cuban was explaining why he took the beer. It was because the media was coming into the locker room and they were all going to interview him, and they didn't want him to have a beer in his hand while they were interviewing him after.
I think that's fluff.
I mean, that's what he said.
No, I'm just saying. I think that's
so.
fluff.
So Finley was instructed to get the beer
Yeah.
out of his hand before the news people come in. That's why he grabbed the beer.
yeah.
So
I
he-
believe that.
Oh,
As simple as that.
I'm saying they were outside the locker room when it happened. They
Yeah,
weren't
the
inside the
media
locker
was coming in.
room. I
So
don't know. I think it's something.
he
bigger than
actually,
that. But it's
he spoke
hey,
about Jalen Brunson's podcast. So, Mark
Cuban.
Cuban was on Jalen
Oh,
Brunson's
yeah.
podcast, and he brought
Oh.
it up. So
We'll see. I mean, it is.
I mean,
what it is.
I don't think Mark Cuban has a reason to lie. He doesn't.
no, I'm not saying.
You know?
I'm not saying that. It's just weird.
because I don't think he has a drinking problem.
I'm not saying that either. It's just like I'm having a like. Is that bad for the NBA? It's a celebratory act.
No,
That's all. Didn't fucking KG drink champagne?
Yeah, but
what's
I don't know. Like
I'm saying,
we've seen champagne 10,000 times. We've seen Kobe with champagne. We've seen Shaq with champagne.
That's what's a beer.
We've seen some Knicks with. No, we ain't never seen no Knicks with champagne. But
Anyway,
you
speaking
know
of the
what I'm saying?
Knicks, how we gonna end this? Like, because here at Running Point, we talk about everything between Knicks and Lakers, everything in between. But yeah, the Knicks, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't make any trades at the deadline and all that. I don't like it. I think we're good enough to make it to the finals. No, like I said a couple episodes ago, Eastern Conference Finals. I think we get to. Right now we're
You limp too?
huh.
You said you're gonna limp into the Eastern Conference
Stop it.
Finals.
We're gonna get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I just think right now it's weird because a Thibodeau team or Tibbs, he's more of a defensive minded head coach. And right now, offensively, we're 2 in the league behind OKC, and we're like 15th in defense. So it's kind of weird how we're like he's still keeping his old ways of like playing high minutes, but yet we're not getting return on the defensive end of the ball. You know what I'm
because
saying? It's just weird.
y'all don't got a good defensive squad. Like
We do have a good defensive squad,
What do you mean? What do you
And
guys
then
rank?
once- and
What do
then
you guys
once-
ranked in the defense?
and then
the
15th.
head of your
You ranked
defense.
15th in the East.
No, in the entire league.
The head of your defense is
Don't do that.
Jalen Brunson, and then the back line of your defense is Karl
And then
Anthony
once
Towns.
I think once Mitchell comes back, I think we good.
All right, when's that gonna be?
Hopefully after the All-Star break, bro. I mean, they said before the All-Star break, but you know, like the Mavs should listen to
You guys have an opportunity right now
after.
because you missed the trade deadline. I think your opportunity is like buyouts and signings, like free
We'll see.
agency.
Malcolm Brogdon's still up.
You guys got to
Option,
get
but-
deep. we talk about it every week, pause, but like you got to get deep
I'm glad you said it. I did.
because we're walking into the playoffs
Yeah.
again with a 7-man rotation.
Yeah. The thing that's the thing is like we just have to. I think we're gonna get better. I think we're good. I think we're good.
Good
I see
for
how you're
what?
being disrespectful and not paying attention to what we're talking about in the All
Yeah,
Star
I'm
game.
talking about the Knicks.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? How is that? That's not
Wait, so
disrespectful.
what's
I was
this?
engaging with your segment with
So
the Lakers.
Candace Parker
you can't
and
just
Shaq.
hold on. You're just not gonna just ignore me with the Lakers. I mean,
Well,
the
put
Knicks
me
don't-
on. Candace
No,
Parker
no, no.
and-
I'm not talking about anything. We talking about the Knicks right now. But can I have your attention, sir?
Yo,
Can I have your attention, sir? I'm
Knicks?
having a conversation about the Knicks.
what you
I'm
saying?
saying, why can't I have this undivided attention? I give that to y'all.
I got you.
Disrespect, bro.
I got you, though.
Fucking respect.
Nah, you want me to list
The
out
Knicks
the
will finish
roster?
higher than go farther than the Lakers this postseason. How
put
about that?
Beyonce's on it. How
No,
about
I'm
that?
not putting no. I'm just letting you know.
That ain't
We're
happening.
coming further. We're go- pause.
put some
We're
Beyonce's
going
on
further
it.
in the playoffs than the fucking Lakers. How about
Put some
that?
Jeffries on it.
Nah.
I think
Further
the Knicks
than
might be a
Lakers?
disappointment. Like when it
Like
comes
your
to
coffee right now?
yeah, because my coffee cold.
What do you think? Like they lose to a play-in team or something?
Uh,
Like they gonna lose to Philly?
I will say this before Ronnie goes. I don't like the fact that sometimes we play down to the competition, especially if it's a team that we're supposed to beat. We go back and forth, and then the good teams right now we struggle with or we blow them out. It's like no in between. So it's weird. We're in a weird fucking position.
So just
Yeah.
for ha-has, y'all would be facing Detroit right now if it started today.
Let's go. Nobody's scared of Detroit, dog.
that's
Nobody's scared of Detroit, dog.
And then-
they're young. They haven't been there either.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. What we talking about?
Y'all not making it past the second round. That sucks.
Why you look at me?
I know you wanted to
Y'all
say
didn't
something. I know you wanted to say something.
I didn't say nothing.
Yeah,
I said Eastern Conference Finals.
because y'all either gonna have to face Cleveland or Boston in the second round.
Yo,
Eastern
I'm
Conference
gonna
Finals.
keep it 100. I actually predicted that the Knicks was gonna go to the Eastern Conference Finals this year.
We're going to the Eastern Conference
I said
Finals,
that. I don't know if I still feel that way,
Yeah.
but I said that.
Because once we got blown up by the Celtics, we didn't have OG. He's been hurt because of foot sprain, and then also Mitchell
Right.
Robinson.
And
But
after
1,
this
2, and
trade-
3 in the East is Cavs, Boston, Knicks.
Yeah,
So that means 1 versus 3
I don't-
in the second round.
Yeah.
you act like I'm scared. I'm supposed to be afraid of
That's
that.
Cleveland most.
So you-
more
Are we
likely.
supposed to be afraid of that?
Are you beating Cleveland?
Yes,
Okay.
In how many games?
7.
So if y'all
Actually,
beat,
Knicks is 6.
if y'all beat
Knicks is 6.
Cleveland,
Yeah,
y'all going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I said that.
Like if y'all beat Cleveland, y'all beat Cleveland, y'all going to the Eastern
Yeah,
Conference
for sure.
Finals. So.
Come on,
But
man.
honestly, I'm just letting you know, y'all could get Milwaukee in the first round as well. It's
My
only a
nigga, bring
2-game
whoever.
difference. Okay.
Bring
Okay.
whoever.
Okay.
Bring them old niggas on.
Okay.
It's only Giannis and niggas that stand around like cone drills, nigga.
Y'all not
We here.
y'all not beating Cleveland.
We here.
Cleveland's defense is alright.
We here.
Y'all not beating
We here.
Cleveland.
So what? Shaq got the old timers.
We here, dog.
Is that
Shaq
what-
got the OGs.
Yeah.
And
what does Candace have?
Candace got the winner of the
She has the
Rising
Rising
Stars
Star,
Challenge.
doesn't she?
Yeah, the Rising Star niggas.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, it looked like the OGs is
I mean, you know, they gonna put in work.
is teaching the young bucks a lesson.
I mean, you got to. Oh,
They
you know
ain't trying to
that,
lose.
15,
that,
10.
that new documentary is coming out soon.
What is it?
How the Team USA select team, like when Chris Webber, Grant Hill was
Oh,
on
when
the
they
team, they
beat
beat the
the
91,
actual,
92 Dream Team in practice. So that documentary or that short is going to come out
When
pretty soon.
Michigan beat.
Huh?
Wait, who beat them?
No.
The
when-
92 Olympic team when they had that
Select
practice.
team.
that-
Practice.
yeah,
Practice.
The
Oh,
college
okay.
team that
The-
beat them.
Correct.
Oh, okay,
That had
okay.
Chris Webber, Grant Hill, I can't even think of
Penny.
Penny, yeah.
Yeah, had a bunch
They beat him
of.
the first time they played.
Allen Houston was on that team, I believe.
H2O. Nick
Yeah.
Gray, you know what I'm saying? Once a Nick, always a Nick. Keep you know what I mean?
Shout out to Allen Houston. He was
Yeah,
my favorite
word.
Nick ever.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
I love this game.
Me too.
Too bad his knees didn't work. Like a lot of these dudes, man, their knees go.
He had a good career.
No,
Long
I'm saying, it's
career.
not correct. I'm
Whoa,
saying, I
he
wouldn't
got
want
a
him more. That's what
great
I'm saying.
contract. I mean,
I mean, he gave you everything.
He made $100 million with us. He came. He left Detroit. Came to us for $100 million.
Him
Yeah,
and
for
Larry
sure.
Johnson made some money in the NBA.
I mean, you know.
Y'all just didn't have a true number one because he wasn't a number one. Y'all had him and Spreewell
I know.
both trying to be number
Bad-
ones, and they
I know.
both were
I know.
number twos.
I know.
And
That's
Larry
Pat Riley
Johnson
for
had
you.
a bad back, so
No, that wasn't Pat. That wasn't Pat. That was Van Gundy.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah,
After.
Gundy.
Yeah.
that was
I
what
don't
Marcus
know. I mean,
Camby and
Marcus Camby was a little bit, yeah.
he was
a little
young
bit.
on that
Yeah.
team, right? Charlie Ward, Chris Childs.
Charlie Ward, yo.
Yep.
That's a lot of. Yeah, we're going back now because we had Doug Christie, we had Anthony Bonner, we had fucking. Yeah, we had a lot of
Yeah,
players.
had Dudley.
trash. We had Trevor Ariza Young. You said Dudley.
That was your
Chris-
center.
Chris Dudley.
Chris Dudley was
When
your center.
When
dunked
Shaq
on
Yanked
it.
on him, like,
That's the only thing I remember.
Lakers dunking all over that thing. You know what I'm saying?
But Shaq did that to everybody.
basically, yeah. So that really doesn't really
But he ain't
count.
throw disrespect everybody like that. Throw the ball at him.
Anyway, nigga. Like speaking of like injuries and bad knees and all that, we got a former All-Star, former MVP, Olympic great or Olympian, gold medalist this year, Joel Embiid, and his situation in Philly. Who didn't trust the process? Was it Philly or was it Joel Embiid?
Good question.
Shout out to
think
Serge for
You
that question.
can't really say Philly
Right.
didn't trust the process because Philly was the process. Philly brought in coaches. Philly brought in a ton of players to play around him. They drafted well because they didn't draft poorly. It took some time, but there was multiple versions of Philly, a good version of Philly, that just didn't make it to that next level. I would say Joel he didn't fit the role they expected him to be. I think the expectation is that he was going to be like the most dominant player since Shaquille O'Neal, and he's just not that. You know, he just wasn't that. Great center, really good basketball player, not so much of a leader in the locker room as well. You know, all types of things that have come up, you know, that he's been called out for as far as like showing up to the planes on time, going to practices, being a part of team meetings, just being reliable, being a leader in the locker room, which means a lot. It translates much better onto the court because people will play hard for you. People will give a damn about you. You know, you can't. That it makes sense when people like Jimmy leave, right? And you know, Jimmy's big thing is like, you know, care about the game as much as I do. Put into this game as much as you have. And when you see like players like him, they start to get that reputation for being lazy or not quite living up to their potential. And if I had to choose, I would say Joel Embiid was the one who didn't trust the process.
Anyone else?
I mean, I guess he didn't realize that the process was him putting in that work.
Word,
That's
yeah.
the process.
Grant,
Like, he put in enough work because he did reach, you know, MVP status. He did reach All-Star level. He did his thing. He actually came into this year looking like he was in better shape than the best shape that he's ever been in. But some niggas do be injured. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he came into the league injured. He missed his first 2-3 years injured. So it's like, at the end of the day, we could all sit back and say he didn't put in the work, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. But your body is your body. And maybe he's just hurt.
Okay, but that's fair to say. However, you got people who will extend their career, and you can see even when they're playing injured or hurt that they're giving it all they have. Like a la Grant Hill, right? High expectations for him coming into the league. He ran into a bunch of injuries. He extended his career, and there's one thing no one ever doubted about Grant Hill is that he played his heart out, and he tried to play to the best of the abilities that he had.
Yep.
We don't do that with Joel Embiid.
Yeah, but that's because you're looking in hindsight and Grant Hill finished his career. But if you look back before he got to Phoenix, that was like 4 or 5 years of disappointment. Right. If you asked Tracy McGrady around that time, he'd be like, shit.
That's fair.
I mean, I just wasted 5 years of my career waiting for this nigga to be healthy.
Develop, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? At that point, Grant Hill was a what-if story. And now it's look back of like, damn, he could have been this, but at least he did this. That's what Joel has the opportunity to do. If he never regains that MVP level, at least he could finish his career and we could look back and say he tried, he did this, he gave it his all, and he played the game of basketball.
But knowing the fact that when you have surgery in the offseason, then you elect to play for Team USA, that shows that you're not committed. Like, why don't you rest during the offseason? You don't need to commit for a gold medal. Sit your ass down. Like,
maybe
knowing
he was
going into
playing
playoffs, you're always limping into the playoffs and you're
trying
always
to prove
hurt.
a point potentially.
Proof of points about what?
yeah, but he played.
Huh?
He played.
What I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Why
I'm
play?
just saying he played and he was healthy and he was fine before and after.
Everyone said he didn't look himself.
He didn't.
Team
He
USA.
didn't look himself because he was coming back from injury.
That's
right?
what I'm saying. All
But,
season.
and he wasn't in shape, but he was able to play.
But
They
Ronnie,
said he was-
the issue is every
Right, listen to
offseason,
me.
he doesn't have a full offseason. You already spoke. He doesn't have a full
How
offseason.
many,
This is
how many gold
back-to-back
medals?
seasons.
How many
He's-
gold medals does he have?
One now.
Yeah,
I mean,
and he played. He played it, and he was healthy.
But your
Hey.
commitment is not to Team USA, it's to the Sixers.
So the Sixers should have stopped him. The Sixers didn't. That's what I'm saying. He played.
But that's
Everybody
not-
let him play. Team USA
Bro, my
let him
point
play.
is, he
Team
didn't
USA
rest.
recruited him. And
He didn't rest. He hasn't been resting.
What are you
dog.
talking about?
For
He
the
only
last
played
couple-
like 30 games last season. Well, bro, how much rest do you need? After the Olympics, he still had 2-3
And that's-
months.
that's probably
Well,
why they
one
love
night he
him.
was
Rest do
having
you need?
35 against the Knicks. Every offseason, it's a short season. He can't develop his game because he's always fucking in rehab.
And develop his game. What are you talking about?
Add
Develop
things to
his
your,
game.
when you go every offseason, you add something to your repertoire. Yes,
You need-
to your bag. Yes.
So we need.
Hold on, my nigga. A
We
lot
need
of the
Joel-
times,
we
a
need
lot
Joel
of the times,
Embiid
my
to add
nigga.
shit to
A
his
lot
game.
of the times, my nigga, he's
That's your
hurt.
complaint with
So
him.
it takes away from his development as a fucking player.
And that's your complaint with Joel Embiid. Is
It's
that
been
he's not
every
adding to his
offseason.
game? This
Huh?
nigga's coming up with arguments.
How am I coming up with arguments? Every offseason he's hurt. He can't develop.
But-
As a fucking
but-
player.
And your
all right,
complaint,
so
Whether that's eating, whatever that is,
and your complaint with him is that he's not adding to his game.
he's not developing.
but isn't
That's your complaint.
But isn't
Yes.
that why he goes to the Olympics to play with
But
some
he
of the
drops-
best in the
but
world?
he
not when you're
Seven
not when
games
you're
at
not when
MVP.
you're hurt. Not when you're
But
hurt.
he wasn't hurt.
When you're hurt, he's coming off a knee injury.
All right, so he
He
missed.
was
that's
hurt.
and
That's what he's trying
But
to
he's
say.
not hurt.
Right now, that same knee is he's hurt. He might sit out the rest of the season. For
Okay,
his
But
knee.
now he's hurt.
But now he's hurt. He wasn't hurt then, and he only
What I'm
played
saying
30
is
games.
you rest.
But
He's an older player that always gets injured, guys.
But he only
What are we
played-
not understanding?
So when should he play?
During the regular fucking season. Now it was to a point now he has to play. He can't play back-to-back games. Why?
Because he's always hurt. And he's always
Fucking
been
rest.
hurt. He's always been hurt.
Fucking rest. What are you proving? What are you proving to Team USA right now?
I don't understand
You're
what
not
the
proving
fuck you
anything.
saying.
Yeah, you don't understand clearly.
You don't.
I think-
You clearly don't
I think
understand.
ideally they're
A
like,
Nick
all
talking
right,
about rest.
if he only
I don't
played,
understand.
What?
A Nick talking about rest. I don't understand.
he only
What does
played.
that have to do with
all right,
anything?
but listen,
I'm a component of
hold
rest, my
on,
nigga.
DJ,
I understand.
Multiple episodes I talked about that shit,
You're
my
right,
nigga.
but DJ, hear me out.
Stop it.
If he only played 30 games in the season and he's now healthy, I think that the idea behind Philly, the organization
No,
was
dog.
let him get out there and play some games
No,
with Team
dog.
USA so he can get back into basketball shape.
No,
The
dog.
thinking was, I'm healthy.
Yeah.
Like there's no thinking other than that. Is that I was hurt, I did the rehab, and now I'm
You
able to
don't, you
play.
don't really anticipate the next injury with
Yeah.
him. You know?
Like what do you want him to do? Like, oh no, let me
Like,
not
we don't
play
even
because
do
I
that
might
with
get
You
Rest
rest
related.
him. You rest him. Knowing that things have come out about him already now, right?
Hindsight is 2020. If
You
he's
rest-
healthy and he missed 30, he only played
If it's your
30
problem,
games.
he's always hurt. He's not available.
Yeah, but you acting like he's always hurt with the same injury. He was hurt with a facial fracture. He was hurt with stomach pains. He was hurt with a hand thing.
Stomach
He was
pains?
hurt with
Stomach pains?
Yeah, one
Yeah.
postseason he had stomach problems. That's why he missed games. The nigga is just somebody who gets hurt. Like if he's healthy at a moment in time, play. That's it.
No, man. You gotta be delicate with this guy. Sadly,
So
you have to be
basi-
delicate.
Load management?
So basically,
Huh?
don't
Load
play the
management?
regular season. Don't play the regular season. Just sit out to
If
the
they were,
playoffs.
if they were good enough, that's why you do that. That's why he's not playing back to backs, Ronnie. They were trying to preserve his body.
Right.
I would say what I'm saying is he should have preserved his body for the offseason, even if he didn't develop anything. Just rest.
You do realize
rest.
that 2-3 months after that,
NBA
right?
player is always going to want to play ball. The organization
You rest.
gives you the green light. What you going to do?
You gotta rest your. You gotta rest your.
It's not
racehorse.
his fault.
It is his fault.
No,
No,
it's
he
not.
barely played last season. You talking about
he missed
rest?
50 games.
Rest.
That's
dog.
not what he needed.
Rest.
Was rest.
He missed
Rest.
50 games. He says, "I'm good. I'm healthy. I want to
Rest.
play." And the franchise says, "All right, go play."
Rest.
And he got a gold medal
You
because
rest.
he was playing because
You
he could
rest.
play.
So
He would have been injured anyway.
That's what the point is. The point is he's a chronically injured player. Like that means that he can play, but once he plays,
Rest.
he's just gonna get hurt.
I'm just a component
He's
of rest.
been
dog.
resting for 2-3 months. He rested after the Olympics, 2-3 months before training camp.
Mm-hmm.
He comes back from training camp. He doesn't play until like December. That's like 6 months of not playing.
Yeah.
Rest is not gonna help you out.
Hell no.
Rest is not the issue.
It
I don't
will.
understand what he's talking
It
about. That's
will.
after playing like 30
And recovery.
games last season.
And recovery, I'm saying.
You're thinking that
Rest and recovery,
that would have
dog.
avoided him getting injured again? He gets injured no
It
matter
would
what.
probably it wouldn't. Who knows what the injury would have been? I'm saying it's been his left knee twice, 3 times already. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't play with a brace. Remember, there's a time he played with a brace. He didn't play with a brace on that left knee. It's just like, just relax, dog. Like your
My
allegiance
nigga,
is to
just
the
tell that nigga to
Sixers.
retire.
Then retire.
That's it. If you
Kawhi-
don't want him to
Kawhi-
play, just tell the nigga to retire. All it is, you don't
You have
play this,
300
rest
my
this,
nigga,
da-da-da.
it's
Nigga, you an athlete.
You invested
You're an
300 million,
athlete.
close to
Go
300
fucking
million,
play.
and he only played half of his career. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
So
what I'm
that's the
saying.
point. You talking
It's-
about rest. The nigga
Rest.
only played 50% of
Rest.
his games.
Rest.
Well, how
dog.
much rest do you need?
Especially with the with the lower body, like the eye fracture. That's different. I'm talking about the lower body, and like you gotta rest that, bro. As a big man, like you gotta rest that stuff.
Okay.
Yo, this game
doctors-
over already?
The
to
doctors,
maximize.
the doctors told him that he's good to play, and you're the
Maybe
one
the
talking about his
76ers
rest.
are probably told like the doctors could say some shady shit. We just talked about shady shit happening, right?
Steph
Where they
Curry
can say
just
one
broke the
thing.
record for most 3-pointers in the All-Star game with 53.
Give a fuck.
Yeah.
All-Star game is whack. Anyway, current All-Star in the OG team, Kevin Durant. Like obviously,
Fork
He
in the
just-
road.
huh?
He's at a fork in the road.
He's at a fork in the road, or has he already seen a fork in the road? Because obviously we want to give him flowers. He just recently passed 30K in career points, 8th all time to do so. So it's like, but as a whole, where do you see? It's not finished yet, but KD's resume in his career.
That one is like, it's different levels that you could look at KD. I mean, it's really like he came into an era where there were like already discussions of GOATs that did not and have not included him. There were great players before these discussions that had already played. So you got players like MJ, you got players like Kobe, LeBron, even Carmelo, right? And there was never really like that tag of him being the GOAT in the league, right?
Yeah.
But he had all the skills and all the ability and the body to be that. And so it seems like almost like he got desperate at a point in time where he didn't trust that his team was good enough or his legacy would be good enough where he was, that he had to go out and venture out into the NBA universe to find something else that he could call his own. And I think his biggest mistake was leaving OKC. I think he should have stayed at OKC. I mean, they were one game away from going to the finals at that time. And
I mean, 2 mistakes, leaving OKC and Golden State.
Leaving Golden
yeah,
State.
I mean, that would be his
After
second.
you made the mistake of leaving OKC, you should have stayed in Golden State. But then you left.
You don't think it would have been a Jordan Poole, Draymond situation before that happening? Like with him and KD at odds? Like someone would have probably fought each other. You know what I mean?
KD's just soft. He's
think
just a
KD's
very
soft?
sensitive
I don't
soft.
think KD's soft.
I think he's
I don't
super
think
sensitive.
that's- I
Like,
don't
he
think
got burner social media accounts. Any
Yeah, because
random
you're an NBA nigga.
can say
All
something.
NBA niggas got burner accounts.
Possibly,
Yeah, you
right?
can't-
But like, I know that
All celebrities
if
got
you
burner
say
accounts.
something about him, he's going to respond to it no matter what.
Yeah, that's not
And-
sensitive.
And,
Running point.
and in my opinion, it's like you got to have thicker skin
Yeah.
if you're going to be a GOAT. You got to be able to just be
That's right.
like, it don't matter. But
Nah,
he's never
like-
allowed himself to be at that level. Like everything matters to him, almost to like where the things that should matter, you don't get it. You don't understand it, right? So that's the difference between him and all these great players that we talk about, is that he never mentally really got to that level of understanding. You know, he's just gotten by in the NBA off of his talent and nothing else. Like his talent alone is a generational.
Yeah, for sure.
But he's never added to that. He's never added like a real deep IQ to the game, right? Or a leadership factor to the game, or you know what I'm saying? Like there's the intangibles that you can't see on paper are nothing.
What, making his teammates better?
Any of that, like none of those things have been added to his game. It's the same game he had when he was a rookie, and it's the same game that he has at 30,000
So
points.
is KD not a number one on a championship winning team?
He's proven that he's not.
But he won Finals MVP twice.
We know the truth.
Okay, just asking a question.
What's the truth?
I was just asking a question.
That was Steph Curry's team, and they wouldn't have been there without Steph Curry. And
Go ahead,
and one of
I
them-
agree and
It sounds
disagree.
painful.
Like, yeah, because it sounds like I gotta defend this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But
Who was that?
Same time.
I don't know,
Time.
man. I don't know. KD, like, what's the question? What do we expect from this nigga? Like, what's the question?
What's his legacy? What do you think his legacy? It's not over yet, right?
His legacy could be
Or
like,
what's his fork in the road for you?
like, I'm cool with KD, right? Like, to me, I've never, like, I'm not hating, but
He about to hate.
Yo, you're not saying what you want to say. Just
like, why
say
you trying to be PG, nigga? Just say what you want
because
to say.
KD's cool.
He is cool.
Nah,
nigga,
I'm
stop
talking
being-
about the game. It's
You know,
cool.
you know what the coolest thing
What
I
does that
thought
mean?
KD ever did when he went to the Rucker and dropped 60 in the game.
Yeah, but to me,
I
like,
thought that was dope.
What's cool? What do you mean cool?
it's cool. Like, to me, it was never GOAT status.
For him?
Yeah, I never looked
Him
at
as a
him as
player?
being I
Okay.
never looked at it like that. I never thought his game was of these other niggas. Like, the way people would say, oh, KD's the best scorer of all time. Nah, he's just an efficient scorer, and he's 7 foot and can shoot.
Okay.
So it looks beautiful. It looks like he's doing something that nobody else is doing. But no, he doesn't. Like, he's not a great post-up player. He's not a great ball handler. He's just great at these things for his size. Like, and he's good at them. Don't get me wrong when I
Right,
say,
right.
like, he's
Yeah.
really
He's
good
like
at them, but it's not like
generationally
elite
good.
at any of those things.
Like his jump shot is like incredible.
Yeah, that's it. But everything else is just for his size. It stands out and it's
Right.
good. So I never looked at him. I thought Melo's a better scorer than him. Kobe's a better scorer than him.
Good
All
pass.
these guys are better,
That was a good
more
pass.
talented than he is in terms of scoring.
You think Dirk Nowitzki was better than him?
No,
No.
no.
You sure?
No. Dirk Nowitzki, I put in that same boat. I think niggas fall in love with Dirk Nowitzki's game. People fall in love with certain types of games, and
So where do you
People-
rank?
and honestly,
Where do you
there-
rank Dirk? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that I was watching some of old Dirk recently on some highlights. I forgot how quick he used to move too. So there's some recency bias.
Post-game?
'Cause in my mind, I'm thinking of the slow
Fade away?
Dirk.
Yeah.
That couldn't move. That's kind of hobbly.
Mentally
Yeah.
going through
but
it.
at that point, that's the thing of looking hindsight, right? Yeah, you're looking at when Dirk was quicker and able to
Even
do those
like
things, but at that
the
point in
Heat
time,
and
he
Mavs
wasn't winning.
series. Yeah.
He was a
Yeah.
bad defender. People took
Yep.
advantage of him. People were able to push him out the post.
Are you talking about totality or are you just
I'm-
offensively?
I'm
No,
looking
when
at
I'm-
his game like the same. People get caught into like, oh, Dirk. Like, I'm using Dirk as an example, but every player, you look at like, oh, LeBron's game, and in 2012, that was the best LeBron. No, that was physically the best LeBron, but mentally he wasn't there yet. He wasn't out there controlling the game. He wasn't doing any of that. So I'm just saying that at specific points in people's games, there's specific weaknesses.
Yes.
So in like Dirk, even though he was quicker and more agile in that point in game,
06 versus
yeah,
11.
in 06 when he lost the finals, in those years, there was weaknesses that people could exploit. When he slowed down, even though he didn't look and he wasn't as more dynamic and wasn't able to do those things, he was able to exploit other people's weaknesses.
That's a foul, dog.
Yeah, that's a foul.
It looked like he got blocked from behind.
No,
we
no,
talking
that's
about
foul.
Kevin Durant, didn't
Oh, they didn't call a foul though.
No, they called it a block.
Wow. These young boys playing though.
Young boy playing KD
So,
like
you're saying you're not a fan of KD?
I am a fan of KD.
Oh, I just
It's
had to get back to it.
Yo,
I ain't know.
I don't
like
rank him
KD.
as high as other people do, and I never did. Like every time
So
people try to say he's
Where
the
is he
best
right
of
now?
this,
If his career ended right now, where is he? He's top what for you?
One of the top scorers in the game.
I'm saying, where is he?
no,
top
no, no.
what?
He has to be ranked, right?
Yeah.
So is he top 20? Is he top 30?
he's
That's what I'm
tier
saying.
2.
Top two. Yeah, he's
So
I don't-
tier
I don't
2
have-
is top
So
30.
he's 6 through 10.
Huh?
No, tier 2. I mean, like your first tier is the first 10.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tier 2 is
okay.
top
I
20.
do top 5. Okay.
No, I wouldn't say tier 1 is 1 through 10. I'm not saying that. Tier 1 is
1
the
through 5?
GOATs. People who can be considered in the top 10. There's a lot of people that
Okay,
could be considered in the
so-
top 10 as not. There's only 10
And
spots.
you don't think he's a top 10? player all time?
No, I'll put him in that second tier.
So is he
Okay.
better than Bird?
Bird is not in that is in the first tier.
He's not, or he is.
He's not.
No, he's not.
Bird is in the first tier.
That's what I'm asking. Bird's
Yeah.
in the first tier
Yeah.
for you. Okay.
So is he better than Magic?
Magic's definitely in the first tier. Magic's top 5.
All
So
right.
it's like you gotta have to be a transcendent player to be
You have to be.
Is he better than Steph?
who?
No, Steph is tier 1.
And KD is it?
Oh, yeah, they got it too.
KD is he's on that line. Like his talent is tier
What
1.
brings him to?
What
Because
brings
his
him,
career, yes, I said
the
career
reason
over.
he's not tier 1
Okay.
is because all of those other guys who are GOATs, who are tier 1, they control a team. They control the offense.
So
right?
he can't
They-
be a number one winning a championship. KD.
He's on the Scotty
you could be. A
Pippen
lot
tier.
of number 2s win
No,
championships.
I'm just asking. He can't be a number one. He
Scottie
can't be the
Pippen
primary
tier?
guy on a championship winning team. Is what you're saying?
He has.
That's actually a good
No,
question.
I'm just asking a question. Okay. No, I'm just asking a question.
saying,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
he
so
has-
Serge,
I just asked, is he on the Scotty Pippen tier?
Yeah, Scottie Pippen is.
What's that tier?
I mean, Scottie
That's
Pippen
that-
is tier,
that's that tier
3 or
two.
tier
Yeah,
2.
Tier two or tier-
like Pippen was a defender though too.
tier 2.
Defender. KD's not a defender.
Do you not
but
think
KD
that?
can score?
Do you not think KD had the ability to be a GOAT?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
But
What
his
happened?
the,
What was his
intangib-
fork?
the intangibles that you spoke about is what he lacks.
Yeah.
In my eyes, the specific intangibles is being able to manipulate the game. He's not able to manipulate the game. He uses his talent. You described it perfectly. He goes off of his talent.
But is that his skill set though? I feel like that's not his skill set.
What you mean?
You just fill up
It
the
is not.
points.
It's
Like,
not.
I
It
feel like
doesn't
that's
have to
never
be
been
a
a skill set, you know what I
you
mean?
have to apply it.
No, I'm
All of
just
the
saying.
goats, applied it, right? Whether you're Shaq, he could have just came down the court and just dunked on everybody every time, but he played the game. He manipulated the game. He got other people involved because the object is to win the game.
Right.
The way I've always described KD, right, is he's great, but he won't stop you from being great.
Exactly.
Right.
And you know why he gets away
What's-
with that?
what's wrong with that?
Because
Because you don't win that way. You don't.
Hell no.
And you win by chance. LeBron is great, right? But he's gonna stop you from being great because he's gonna manipulate
Gotcha.
the game.
And,
he's
that,
gonna
and that's
orchestrate
what
it away.
that's what we
Yeah.
said about MJ. That's what we said about Kobe. That's what we said about LeBron. And you know, when they came in the league, these are the conversations that were being had,
Yeah.
right? When it comes to Kevin Durant, when he came in the league, the only conversation was being had about Kevin Durant was, do you take Kevin Durant or do you take Greg Oden? And who's going to be better? And that was it. And so Portland lost, right?
Per usual.
Right? And where Supersonics or
Yeah,
OKC?
Sonics.
So OKC Supersonics, they ended up being the winners out of that because he took them to the finals and they lost, right? And then it was like that was his success at that point. Like, okay, he was better. He turned out being better than Greg Oden. So everybody was like, okay, so Greg Oden was the bus and KD
So was he ever the
man.
face of the league, Kevin Durant?
Never. Never was the face of the league.
He was an A-face.
And you know what? He didn't do himself any favors with the media because he's not a media friendly player at all. Which I think if
I don't
he
blame
had
him, though.
been more friendly with the
Yeah.
media, maybe we would look at his career a little differently. But they don't do him any favors. They keep it raw on him all the time because they already know what they're gonna get back from him.
Do you think his fork in the road is joining the Warriors and then also leaving the Warriors? Is that his
Yeah,
fork?
I would say leaving OKC and joining the Warriors.
Gotcha. That was his fork in the road?
Nah, his fork in the road was leaving Golden State. Because if he never left Golden State and he wins another chip or he does this or he becomes a Warrior, like you gotta, he
None
only
of
had
that-
three. He only
None
had
of
3
that
or
was
4
gonna
years.
happen. That's why he left. He was never gonna become a Warrior.
No, he was going to become a Warrior.
No, he
You're
wasn't.
saying he wasn't going to become his team, like replace Steph. That wasn't going to happen. But to be a Warrior, Draymond's a Warrior, Clay's a Warrior.
Yeah, but what do you have?
Sean Livingston's a Warrior,
Kevin
Barbosa's a
Durant
Warrior.
knew that for him to be a Warrior, for him to believe that he was a Warrior, he had to be better than Steph.
No, that's something different.
No, that's what he felt.
for him- That's something different. Being
So
a
he
warrior,
couldn't be it.
being a Warrior would be fine enough in his legacy. He would have his jersey retired by the Warriors, statue with the Warriors. What you're talking about and what he was looking for was his team.
Yes,
That's different than being a Warrior. You could be a Warrior without it being your team.
but he didn't want to take that step down because to him that was a step down. To be a warrior would be him taking the ultimate step down. He already
No.
He already walked that cross across
The
the
step
street.
down was you became a warrior when you joined the team. You already
Now he was never a warrior.
It was. I don't think KD.
was a
I don't
He
think
wasn't no
KD
damn
personally
warrior.
cares. Right. What you said earlier. I
accolades?
don't think he personally cares. This GOAT status, or my team, his
True,
team.
true.
I don't think he just wants to play basketball.
Yeah.
Right.
But he is influenced by what everybody else is saying. Now you're saying this, you're saying I gotta do this. So he's making decisions off of those things. He doesn't truly care. He was fine being on the team and playing basketball.
What about when they look him in the face and they say, "We were winning without you"?
That hurts. Because now,
That's what Draymond said, though.
yeah, that hurts.
But see what I'm saying?
Y'all
Like,
came
you
after me,
thinking
though.
that
Y'all came
Draymond
after
would
me.
But that hurts.
That's true.
But they could only
came
say that
after me.
they could only say that because they won without him after the fact. If he
Yeah.
never leaves, that never happens.
Yeah. But do you think Draymond is a toxic?
Wait. Say it again.
If
If he never leaves, they never win without him.
the
Yeah,
second
because
time.
he'll be on the team
But they won without him before, and then they won without him after.
again. Yeah.
Right. No, they won with him. They won without him. Then they
right.
lost without him.
Yeah.
And then they got him, and then they won.
Uh-huh.
If he doesn't leave, there's no winning winning without him
yeah.
again.
Correct.
To make to circle it
stamp it.
around and be
Stamp
like,
it.
oh, we
Gotcha.
didn't need you.
We did need you because we
No,
won without
they
you.
did need him. They wasn't gonna beat Cleveland without Durant at those.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. But we're not talking
But the
about
story could be rewritten now and be like, oh, we didn't need
but
you.
we're really just talking about how he felt at that moment, right? Because we can't look into the future. That Jeff Hamilton is crazy. If that is a Jeff Hamilton,
What's that?
Jeff Hamilton is the coach with all the NBA teams on there, all the teams.
Oh, it
How
is.
you know that's a Jeff? How niggas be just looking at clothes and be like, yeah, that's a thing.
Because- because-
it's the
Start
nigga
saying
he coined that with all the teams on. You remember when all the teams was on there? Those were Jeff Hamilton's. I had two of them, so I knew for a fact like that was something from Jeff Hamilton. So haven't seen it in so long, but E40 got a Jeff
That is a
Hamilton
fly jacket, though.
Yeah,
Facts.
got the old school Jeff Hamilton on with all the teams on
I
there.
was
But-
about
glittered
to
out.
correct you and just be like, yo, that's E40. Who's Jeff Hamilton?
But I
Nah,
mean,
it's a jacket.
so no to KD being a primary guy on a championship winning team.
He
No.
proved it on his time on the Nets. He couldn't do it.
You got to be able to manipulate the game. If you're gonna be a 1A and you're gonna be one of those goats,
Warren
KD
G?
could be a 1A because he's the main scoring option and blah blah blah. But those tier 1 goats,
too short.
they manipulate the game, right? They stop you from being great and they do their thing. KD doesn't do that. He's gonna go greatness for greatness, and sometimes he may win out, but most of the time
Facts.
he's not gonna win.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more.
Damn. So number 2 on a championship winning team.
Yep.
Nah, you're saying it wrong. Because he has been the number 1 scoring option on a championship team.
Steph was the
I'm
number
saying
one
big
scorer.
guys. What I'm asking you. That's what I'm saying. We know Steph was like to Steve's point. We know Steph is there. We know Clay is there. We know. You know what I mean? The guy can
It
be the
sucks, but I mean it's the truth.
That's
You
all.
can't even debate it, Ronnie.
I know you're trying to be safe, bro. That's your dog. I get it.
It's not that. It's just I want to put the proper respect on his
Oh, for
name.
sure.
I understand
You know what I'm
because
saying?
you know
But
we
there's nothing
might
wrong with
interview
there's
him one day,
nothing-
but
like you're not
you
being
know,
disrespectful.
I'm-
On it?
will.
Yeah. Uh-huh. But
I said we might interview him one day, but you know,
I mean, we will.
we gonna keep it
And we're
real.
gonna run that back.
Oh yeah, shit. Me and him gonna be arguing because I'm gonna tell him. But yeah, he's like he's the separation between tier 1 and tier 2.
Okay, that's
He's the bridge?
Yeah, he's the bridge.
Okay,
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
okay, I can see
I
that.
respect that.
Yeah, me too.
That's a good way to put it.
And then for Embiid, will he ever win as a number 1 guy? And it,
Nah, and B
Not
winning.
in this league, maybe in the China league,
I mean, we've seen the
Taiwan?
moves of what he could do. It's an MVP, but
the Mexican league.
but I mean,
for
to
sure.
be honest with you, like they tried everything.
Who this?
Who this?
Um,
That's Beyonce.
damn.
I don't know who that is.
Name.
Actually got a name.
Yeah,
Sweetie.
Oh, Sweetie. That's
is that Sweetie? Is she from Oakland? She from the Bay Area?
That's what. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all be asking me, like they be having. Why is Sweetie performing at the fucking All-Star game?
Because she's probably from the Bay Area, dog.
She's part of the culture, man.
Damn,
You already know.
dog.
Wait,
E40
hold on,
just
who-
did
no,
it.
who-
Short just came
nah,
out.
nah,
Like
who-
what?
Oh,
Who
look
is
at
this?
that.
Who this?
There,
Who this?
there you go.
This
Basketball
guy.
wives is up there
Oh
singing.
no, this is
I don't know who that
Is
is.
it
that
basketball wives?
Is that info?
Nah.
Yeah, I was about to say Envo.
Yeah,
That's
this chick
not
on the
Invo.
right looks like.
Yeah.
You sure?
Shit, I don't know nigga about that. We learned in real time.
She was in the. No, that's not her.
That's not in Vogue, dog. I don't know who this is.
I have no idea who this is.
I mean, we
Bro,
get
we got the
distracted.
volume down, so we can't
But,
hear it,
like,
see
who
what
the-
it is. But it's probably playing a little bit of a banger.
I
But that's
think
what I
this
be talking about. Got these, you know what I mean? Like, get Jadakiss.
Oh, no,
Why Jadakiss not performing at
He
the
not from
All-Star
Oakland,
game?
dog. He not from
What they
Oakland.
got to do? You know, NBA's adopted the whole NFL performance thing where you hire people from whoever's hosting.
Unless
So
you're the
you
NFL
bring the money to that town that's hosting.
No,
right?
unless you're Drake
that I
and the whole
understand.
Kendrick thing. You know what I mean?
I totally understand getting local artists or artists
Yeah.
from that city.
Yeah.
I'm not that. What I'm saying is get stuff that matches or meshes with the consistent viewership. If you're gonna think about the NBA, you're thinking about niggas watching basketball.
But what about the women?
I mean guys.
What about women? Women watch?
That's what I'm saying. Like they should be. Shouldn't Sweetie be performing at the WNBA? Wouldn't that make more sense?
Why can't she do both?
It don't really matter to
Why
me.
can't she do both, nigga? She can't do both? Damn, don't box niggas in, dog. She can do both, nigga. She can do both.
Hey,
And it's
for
acceptable.
Hey, yo, DJ, alright, you're progressive. Alright, fuck it. You know what I mean? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Damn, my bad.
But I'm just saying, like we don't care. We don't care who's performing.
But
like,
then you also
I know.
But
That's
also,
why we got it on fucking
look,
mute.
they
But the
got-
demographic,
They
I'm saying
got
also
Too
the
Short up
demographic.
there. We're not tripping about Too Short or
Yeah.
E40 performing. Like,
I think-
who is this dude right now on the mic?
No idea.
Nobody knows.
Local DJ.
But San Francisco knows exactly.
Exactly.
Who it is, so we don't care.
You got E40, Too Short, Sweetie.
What's wrong with that?
Oh my!
They in the
Nothing,
bay.
DJ.
They in the
Nothing,
bay.
DJ. Nothing.
They in the bay.
Nothing is wrong with
Well,
that.
I'm just saying.
Nothing is wrong with that, man.
They in the bay, dog.
Nothing.
Like,
That's
I don't
funny.
understand. What's they had Raphael Sadiq earlier from
You
Tony
coulda
Tony.
had- What's
Like,
that nigga name? La Russell? You could have
that
had
was-
that
Oh,
nigga
yeah,
perform.
yeah.
that would have been fire too.
Yeah.
Not good.
That,
Come
that
on,
would've been
man.
fire. We don't know where he
You
probably
just
was.
argued me
Wait,
just to
fire.
argue me.
No.
You
From
LA or he
thousands
from
of
No, that
performances
was,
in
that's
it.
great. But we don't know if he was before, like
La
outside.
Russell
We don't know
from
that.
LA though. He's not from
He's
San
No,
Francisco.
he from the Bay.
Oh, he is. I thought he was from LA.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, son.
That's a
Big fan
great.
of him.
But he could have been like outside. We don't know. He probably wasn't on the main stage.
My point is, he wasn't gonna say no. If there was not
course.
an emergency thing for him to do,
but
he
he's-
would have been here.
he's
He would
also-
have had
yeah.
some niggas here.
He's
He would've had some
he's
artists.
also an independent artist, much like us. We're independent as well.
Facts.
So,
Running point and all that. You know what I'm saying?
That has nothing to do with anything to me. If I'm a person working at the NBA, that has no bearing. He's independent versus this. I understand that they may have ties to this. No, if I'm really structuring a good show, I'm going with the good art, the
And
artist that
good
meshes
artist.
with my product.
Yeah. The Bay Area, nigga.
Sweetie doesn't mesh with the NBA. Like niggas is
The
not
younger
players.
demographic.
The players, the product itself is now bumping
Younger
Sweetie.
demographic, my nigga. That's all it is. It's
Hey, yo,
just catered to the younger
if there's
demographic.
younger guys in the NBA bumping Sweetie, my bad.
But I'm saying,
My bad.
she not
I didn't
bad. She
know.
don't look good. She sex sells. She's attractive. You know what I'm saying?
yo, listen. I don't even want to say it, but I don't even know who that is.
Me either.
Yeah, we all
That's
said
what I'm
it
saying.
was like,
I'm saying
who is that?
My nigga,
Oh,
the
alright.
demographic.
Okay,
It's
I'm
the
just
younger
saying.
generation, nigga.
I'm just trying to keep it real. I
Like-
have no. I still don't know.
My
who that
son and his boys were like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's like,
Okay. But
that's
what
not the
I think- I
demographic
don't
of the
know.
NBA.
Nigga, I don't know. But then their girls or the younger nigga, I don't know. This is what they do now.
You know, the NBA is super progressive.
I was just saying who was that because she was
It's-
looking good.
Exactly.
But I was just saying, like, who was that, though? You know
That's what I'm saying. So it's like you do that for the eye candy portion of it.
Hey,
But go ahead.
damn, how much time we
I don't even know.
126.
An hour 26.
126.
Yeah, close. Well,
My shit is done.
yeah, let's close this.
That's crazy.
Part out.
Wow.
Wow.
Huh?
I didn't even realize.
Now continue. Let the live stream continue to go though.
Yeah, I'm not telling you. I just want
Are you gonna turn up the? You want to turn up the volume then? That's crazy. We didn't do a sneak of the week.
Nah.
Damn, bro. We were into it. That was
That was a
deep
good one.
combo.
That was a nice combo.
damn.
I don't understand this shit. This is an hour and 17 minutes, and your phone said an hour and 5. As far as how much time we had.
This nigga. But yeah, I mean,
I want to. What y'all think about that halftime show? Did we talk about that?
this halftime show.
No.
Kendrick
Oh, Kendrick,
Lamar.
no.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those things where, like, after you find out all these other hidden secrets
Yeah.
and symbolisms and all that stuff, and it's like, okay, that was cool, but like when I was watching it, I wasn't like impressed or anything. It was was
Really?
It was like, all right,
thought it was
this
cool.
is the
I
culture.
liked
This is cool for the culture.
Yeah.
It's cool for the culture, but it wasn't like fun. It was just him performing, right?
I think that's what it was supposed to be about, just the performance of it all.
Yeah, it wasn't.
The
It wasn't
pageantry.
fun. I didn't have fun watching.
Yeah, I don't think this piece was supposed to be fun. Like I think it was supposed to be more just pageantry, really.
How many times have you watched it?
Once.
3 times.
I watched it 3 times from yesterday to today, again, and each time it got better.
Yeah.
It's good.
Like, I'm sure if you like I said, if you rewatch it or you know all the symbolisms, now you're watching it with the video game code in there and all that stuff.
Just visually, it looked good. It's just like the storytelling, like
visually
that's
it
what it
looked
was.
good.
That was initially that's what it was for me, just the storytelling
It
aspect
was cool.
of it.
Like I said,
I don't
that's
get
all.
into
It
none
was
of them hidden
cool.
messages. I don't-
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it was
it's
cool,
like, oh.
but I didn't have fun with it.
Gotcha.
It was just cool. It was cool for what it was. It was cool.
That was my first impression. That was my first impression watching it because it started off kind of slow. Like if you wasn't a Kendrick fan or if you wasn't watching it for the beef aspect,
Yeah.
then it was like, what is this? It was kind of like, but it did build up to it. You know what I'm saying? And by the end, it was a good thing. But when I started rewatching it, the Apple Music thing on YouTube, that shit just got better.
Yeah.
Like it just got better. Like
Well, for me, I didn't grow up a Kendrick.
me either.
Yeah.
I'm not even like a West Coast rap fan. Like I like West Coast rap. I'm not a hater of West Coast rap or anything, but like I grew up heavy East Coast rap.
Yeah.
And like when I was coming up, there was a separation of the
Yeah.
two. So it's maybe less separated now. I mean, like we got the South and it was, but for us it was like the East and the West.
Yep.
And I was an East Coast guy. Like Biggie said, if I gotta choose a coast, I gotta choose the East. I live out there, so don't go.
go there.
That don't mean a nigga can't wrestle the West. you know.
Yeah.
So that was
See some
my
nice
attitude
wrestling
about it.
in the
Like
West.
I fuck with the East Coast first, So his style and his cadence and his voice and his accent when he's like, it doesn't catch my ear the same. He's super great lyricist. I think I don't take anything away from him. It's just not something I'm reaching for. Like if I had to choose between, him and Nas or him and Jay-Z or, anything that I listened to classically, the Locks.
Yeah. The thing is, not to cut your wisdom off, the thing is I think I loved about the performance, like even prior to that, he's an artist. Like a lot of rappers aren't artists, you know what I'm saying? They're just great wordsmiths. Like
Right.
to your point, he's a true artist. Like in terms of like the time and the dedication that he puts into his art form. I think that's where the separation probably can come from.
He was throwing me off with the bell bottoms too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah,
Like the weird, like when you throw
Yeah.
that extra like
Yeah.
weirdness into it for
Yeah.
me, it's like that throws me because I
It's
feel
all
like a lot
storytelling.
of rappers nowadays,
Yeah.
they become caricatures of themselves.
Yeah.
And so like they have to put some type of theater or cinema or something like that goes beyond artistic and being artsy, but just is just kind of like weird to me.
Yeah.
Onto it, I think the person that did that best was like Andre 3000.
Yeah.
But anything over Andre 3000 for me is just a turn off.
Anything
Because
over 300,000?
Like over the
Nigga, what's over
the
that?
semantics. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that he's the only one that can get away with that. I don't. I don't
he
feel like.
identifies the first person to do that.
Yeah,
Got you.
Anybody else
Yeah.
those type of semantics is just
Yeah.
like nah. That's,
I just his creativity, like just his videos and just this. I think it was showmanship.
Yeah.
I
And it was
was
masterful for sure.
like, I haven't been a Kendrick fan, so I basically everything you just
Echoing that?
uttered. Yeah, I echo that. But and what you saying is not like I used to think it was just like he's being too artsy. Like, fuck it, I don't need it. You know what I mean, he's too artsy. But like over this last year with this beef, these performances or this concert, the 2 concerts that he's had, is like, even though it's artsy, it's like it just has intent. It's like some kind of intent, and that's what I respect. It's like he's whatever his intent is, he's putting the work, and you see the work.
Yeah.
You see the work and the intent, and it's like, all right, and to make good music out of that, it's like, all right.
Not for sure. I mean, it was, yeah. He's a genius, man. Like, just everything. Like normally, Super Bowl concerts, people change their like outfits into the next thing. He like stayed 10 toes down on the same fit. Like, and it was just different meanings with the jacket itself. Obviously, the unification of Bloods and Crips. You know what I'm saying? Like that was dope too
I
to
caught
me.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Just
What
like
happened?
Like just red and blue.
The red and blue?
American flag. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
and then like the white being the angels form, and like it's just all those other symbolisms too. It's
the
just
white
like
being angels.
like the white people in the white jogging suits. They were supposed to be angels.
Serena Crip walking.
Serena Crip walking. Like
What'd you think about that?
Sam.
At first, I thought it was corny. Like when I thought it was.
Oh, initially.
Yeah, initially. Not that she looked good doing it, and I thought she looked fly, but I thought it was her Crip walking at Drake, and I was like, I get it, but like. That's too much. Then I had totally forgot about the Wimbledon thing and her dancing there, and I didn't really know much about it, though. I remember the story, but I was like, all right. She Crip walked at Wimbledon, and then she got mad flack for it. That was mad years ago.
Yeah.
Like 2013.
Yeah. Whenever we show up culturally, they don't like it.
Yeah.
Just like they didn't like this halftime show.
Who's that?
White media. You know.
I can understand why they didn't like
I mean,
it.
of course.
You know
Yeah,
what
of
I'm
course.
saying?
Like,
Was it for them?
Yeah.
exactly.
How many things that happen in white media that's not for us and we don't like it,
Right.
but we have to accept it.
Right.
I do think the
thing.
Super Bowl should be a legacy act, though. I think platforms like that, if we're gonna consider that a major platform for musical artists, the Super Bowl halftime, then I do think it should be a legacy.
But he's also the first rapper to ever do the halftime show for the like individual rapper to be a halftime show artist at the Super Bowl.
I was about
So
to
that's
say, I was like,
big.
didn't we just watch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying the one
So
in
what do
LA.
you, what do you
Yeah,
mean
yeah.
by legacy? Like, explain to me what that means.
Legacy, like 20 years in.
This year's Super
Like,
Bowl?
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like the Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
okay, I got
Mike
you.
Jackson just standing there, my nigga, when it was just
Right.
like
Okay.
those iconic moments.
Okay, I
like
got
he has
you.
a-
I agree.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes way more sense.
like you just
Rather
flashbacks to
than,
that time.
You know, like Joyner Lucas.
Yeah, a hot
next
year.
year's-
Now I'm not saying Kendrick just had one hot year. Obviously, he has a career.
Yeah.
But like, you gotta be a legacy act. Like,
Okay,
you know what
But
I'm
nigga,
saying?
like he stamped it with his new album GNX. Like he just all that shit.
Yeah.
And then like Drake just came out with a new album with Party Next Door. I haven't listened to it, but they said it was trash. So it's like he really didn't come
He's
back.
in a rough spot right now. I mean,
That's what I'm
he's
saying.
not going to win for trying. So I think it's a good time for him to just kind of take a break.
You can see Drake's ego fucking with him.
But that's what I'm
Like,
saying.
And that's crazy. Like, that's just crazy.
You,
my
you
nigga.
see
Like,
how
you
he be coming out on these concerts with the
Bullet holes?
this bullet holes
In the
coming
hoodie?
out
Yeah,
his
I saw a
Yeah.
clip of that online. Yeah, that's
Yo, what trips me out is how the women just switched up on Drake. I know niggas was going. You know what I mean? Niggas always thought Drake was
they was
corny.
waiting for him to trip up.
Right.
But niggas always thought Drake was corny, and you just had to bite your tongue like this nigga's too successful. I can't be the hater.
Right.
So it's like, and he's making bops. So it's like, he a cool corny guy. So
Yeah.
we always knew
Yeah.
that. So it's not surprising to niggas. But the women loved him, and I don't see why the women just switched up on him like that. Like I don't see what he did.
He got beat.
So we got
He got beat up.
we got Chuck's team and Shaq's team in the finals to crown the All-Star champion for this new
So
format.
last- so this is the last
Chuck
game.
and what?
This Shaq's team and Barkley's team are the last two teams.
So
So
that's the
Shaq got the
Europeans?
OGs and
Yeah.
Barkley got the
Europeans.
well,
Yeah.
not Europeans, but international players.
Yes.
This actually kind of live. Well, it should be live, right?
Yeah.
So I paused while you were talking, Ronnie, because they showed the first clip of Marvel Plus Daredevil because they revamped the show. Same people from before Marvel had rights to Daredevil, but they brought them all back, and they just showed like the first 2 episodes. That looks amazing.
I didn't know they were coming out with that. That's
I
the same
heard about.
actor, right?
I did hear about that.
I heard about it, but I also heard it's going to be like award winning, like the way that they shot it, the camera, everything, like
Yeah.
the story. I heard it's like they put a lot of money into this, and it looked absolutely amazing.
So
Just watching that.
the old one, where was it on? It was on WB.
It was on Netflix.
It was.
Yeah, so the
No, I'm saying prior to that it was on WB, right?
no, it was on Netflix.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It was on Netflix.
Yeah. I'm thinking about-
And so the Netflix created its own little world, like it was on Marvel Knights. So it was Luke Cage,
Yep. Jessica Jones, right?
Daredevil, Jessica Jones,
Iron Fist.
which was trash.
Trash.
It was all of them had their own show to the Punisher.
Yep.
And so what Marvel did when they purchased all of that, the rights to all of it, they took it all except for Iron Fist.
Was
So-
it Iron Fist they left out?
Yeah, so they're leaving Iron Fist out because that was super trash.
Trash.
And everybody else,
Yeah.
the black guy that played Luke Cage, all of that is coming over
Michael
to Disney
Coulter?
Plus, and and they're doing new episodes
Nice.
with all of them. And then what they're gonna do is they're gonna put them in the movies. So Daredevil's already been introduced in the Marvel Universe movies and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So-
didn't- what? Say that
Yeah,
again?
he was in the
a
last
lawyer,
Spider-Man
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Briefly though, it's
Did
not.
you see the last Spider-Man
The
movie?
person that played.
Daredevil
Yeah,
on
the
Netflix
character.
Yeah.
played Daredevil in the last Spider-Man movie.
the Spider-Man with all
I don't think I've
three
seen
of
that
the
one.
Spider-Man?
Okay.
It's when they outed him as Spider-Man, and then they tried to put the lawsuit against him. He hired a lawyer. His lawyer was Matt Murdock, the Daredevil from
Yeah.
Netflix.
Oh.
Yeah, a little Easter egg in the show, in the movie.
Okay,
Most
okay.
people missed that.
Okay.
But when they threw the brick into Spider-Man's house,
He was the one that caught it.
Daredevil caught it, even though he was blind. So, just a little Easter egg
Okay.
from the movie.
I dig
Which
that.
Spider-Man movie was this?
The last one to come.
The
out.
most
No
recent,
Way
yeah.
Home.
That's
Yeah.
No Way Home, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So watch it again. It's pretty interesting.
Do you think they're going to shoot it as dark? Because I feel like a lot of the Netflix
Yeah,
ones
so
were
that's what
dark.
you're saying. Like from what I just saw,
Yeah.
That was
look,
different.
It looked dark.
That was different.
It looked dark. So that's cool. And once Marvel puts their hands on it, I have ultimate trust in Marvel and their
And it's coming to Disney Plus?
Disney Plus, baby. Low key, I'm actually excited for Jessica Jones because her show was low key.
Is it the original girl?
Yeah.
That played in Netflix?
Her show was low key fire.
Who's Jessica Jones?
Yeah, that was fire.
Another superhero.
She
Luke
black?
Cage's wifey.
Right.
Huh?
She white.
Right.
Oh,
Luke Cage's
Jessica
wife.
Jones sound black.
Well, she ends up getting with Luke Cage to have a baby together. So
Get the fuck out of here.
yeah, that's Luke Cage's wifey.
Damn. Oh, she was in the show. She'll make an appearance.
But in the comics, like they actually end up having a baby together and everything.
Damn. That's nuts.
Yo, how
What?
Wemby is tall as hell.
I'm telling
Just
you, Wemby's
dwarf
tall.
Giannis, like,
Look,
not
Shaq
bad.
is. I mean, Charles Barkley's 6'9", standing next to these guys.
Charles Barkley is not 6'9".
What is he?
6'5".
6'4".
He was
like-
6'5" in his playing days, so he's probably like 6'3", 6'2" now.
Yeah, it's Charles Barkley. Sure, he be standing
he?
next to these niggas.
No facts.
He be the same height. He's like the
Yeah,
same height as
yeah.
Damian Lillard and shit.
Nah.
And nah, yeah. D
Yeah.
Wade is only like 6'4", and he would be the same
Dame
height.
Lillard and Chuck are the same height.
Yeah, Chuck was a phenomenon, man.
Yo, man. It's going to be his league.
And he's looking good. Like, he lost mad weight. These niggas taking down the Ozempic and shit. Like, yeah, working out for these niggas.
No, Barkley.
Barkley.
But what the chat look like? What is the chat looking like, sir? Like, come on, Playboy.
What you mean? Not much.
Okay. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man.
Word, shout
Thank you
out.
for
word.
pulling up and all that.
Chilling in Josh.
Shout out to
We
all
trying to watch
our-
this
Joe
game
and
live?
Josh.
our fans from Europe and
It's live, no?
overseas. Shout out to
I'm
y'all.
talking about with the volume up.
If you want to, yeah. Why not? It don't hurt. I mean, we just live streaming. I don't think we can get in trouble because it's not on camera.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah. I mean, how you put the volume up? I don't know how to do that shit.
I got it.
I don't know. This international team looks tough. They was killing in that last game.
And the live stream still going on?
Yeah. Yep.
Loud enough?
Yeah. I mean, we
Does
could
the
just.
last game go to 40 also?
This is the last game, right?
This should
Oh,
be
yeah,
it.
do it.
This
Says
is-
it right there.
So we could just close out with this.
So let's talk about the big snubs. Let's talk about the All-Star Game snubs.
Bring it up. What you got? Who your snubs?
So for my list of snubs, this includes some players that may have been invited after injuries occurred, but they were never on the original list of All-Stars, meaning that they wouldn't have been an All-Star had somebody not got injured. So my first one is Kyrie Irving. Yeah, Kyrie Irving is having a great year, shooting 42% from the three-point line. He's winning more games when he's playing than Dallas is winning without him. So I think he's low-key been a huge contributor. Now, he did get invited to the game after an injury, but he wasn't on the original All-Star list. And I just think that was a major snub. What do you think?
Yeah. Could be a snub.
No, I mean, I look
But
at
who else?
I think the NBA just doesn't like Kyrie. That's all it
Word.
is. Just like, yeah, I mean, I just don't think they like him.
Nah.
I think
We talked
his
about that before.
Yeah, I don't think they like him. So
I
they're not
mean-
going to put him in up there.
You think
But
he-
the irony, though, his game is all-star. It's,
Of course, it's Hall of Fame.
so do you think
yeah.
it's like the Iron Iverson to exit?
You said-
No, because I feel like he's,
Kyrie's been getting good coverage
There was no
lately.
farewell for
I'm
Allen
saying,
Iverson.
they don't like him. is
Allen
what I'm
Iverson
saying.
literally
Just
was in the league
history.
one day. and
I
gone
mean,
the
I
next
think
day.
they over it. I
Yeah,
think they
he
over that. I
started
think
falling when he got traded to Pistons.
No, I think they
who he was gonna take out. Like, if you a snub means that someone made it over them. All right, so who are you taking out?
Jalen Williams.
That's fair.
That's fair. I didn't really think he was an all-star.
And he's a first time All Star. Like you
Yeah,
can, he has more opportunities. Kyrie's on the back half of his career. Like put my man in, man.
Yeah, but that's not a reason to put him in.
I'm not saying that that's the only reason.
All right, so tell me what you think about this one. Another
Yep.
snub.
Yep.
Sabonis out of Sacramento. 21 points a game, 14.6 rebounds a game, and 6.5 assists a game. Almost a triple double.
Yeah.
Big man, Sacramento.
One,
Snub.
you're in a
But-
small market. It's hella small market. Like your team was in turmoil this year. You're not really winning. Your best player possibly went away. You lost your head coach. So I think it's just sadly they're just staying away from that. If he was in a bigger market, absolutely he'd be an all-star. But I just think Sacramento, for whatever it is, they're just like
Yeah.
shit.
If they were winning and he was in a bigger market.
Yeah, because he's putting
So you
phenomenal
think
numbers
it's just
up.
like no campaign for him in
Yeah,
Sacramento?
there's not going to
downtown?
be. You're not loud enough. Your market's not big enough to do that.
Yeah.
All right,
And
so
you're not
then-
winning.
He was in the
Yes.
East or something, maybe.
So a player that was in the East in a big market,
Yeah.
that got snubbed, Tyrese Maxey, 27 points a game.
Same thing. Their team's not winning.
Yeah, and he was kind of struggling too.
Yeah,
like
and he was
got
injured.
The box numbers, but like not great efficiency.
I mean, one
and
of the
shit like
leading
that.
scorers in the league.
I like
right
it for the
now.
future. I like it for the future
Yeah.
for sure. But I don't think you can put him over Dame. You can't put him over Jalen. You know what I mean? Like certain point guards right now.
Okay.
But he's definitely on his way to be like a multi-time All-Star for sure.
Yeah,
I just think this year it just the Sixers failed him.
Huh.
That's all.
So the process
Sixers failed him.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, for sure. But he
All right.
has all the talent in the world to kind of be the All-Star that we want him to be. But
Trae Young,
they just hate him. That's another player they
20
just
plus points.
love to hate.
Is he leading the league in
Yeah.
assists?
He's the league in
Yeah.
11.3 assists.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
I mean, his highlight of the season, we all know, is rolling dice on the Knicks
Anyway, nigga.
logo.
But Trae Young
Anyway.
gotta understand that, like, even though I'm satisfied with his game this year because he's been helping the young guys out and they did a little bit of winning and whatnot. Traditionally, his game is just him dominating the ball, like, and that's why he hasn't been getting that type of respect. You gotta win and not just dominate the ball to get all your stats. Like, yeah, you're leading the league in assists, but you got a lot of turnovers. Yeah, you're scoring 27 points, but you're shooting like 30-something%.
So his
Like,
style
it's
was
like-
cool like 15 years ago, but not now.
Yeah, basically, like, there's a lot of players who's
But
doing
who does he have on his fucking team?
this year. Yes, that's why I've been satisfied and glad the way he's been playing this year. But
Have they failed him?
Huh?
Have they failed him
This-
by building around him?
They're
not building
rebuilding
around-
around him. I think they're doing a pretty good job of
Okay.
rebuilding around him
But
right
you
now.
like them?
Wait, did they just trade somebody
DeAndre
to
Hunter.
Cleveland from there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
DeAndre Hunter.
Nah, they're not doing it. Come on.
That's what I'm asking. Yeah.
But
Nah.
they got the Jalen Johnson. They got the Zachariah dude. They got some pieces around there.
Yes.
So hopefully, I don't know the ins and outs of that organization. It surprised
No one
me to
does,
trade DeAndre Hunter, but they
No
got
one does.
other pieces around there. So
Yeah.
maybe they got a plan. So to me, the sole fact that at some point this season they were 500 and playing, almost playoff level
Yeah.
basketball.
Yeah.
To me, that was a success. A success. So I fucks with it.
I said it before. I mean, do you think? I think that he would do. It would be great for him to get a trade to like Orlando Magic. Do you think that he needs a change of scenery, where maybe he gets a better opportunity to get invites to All-Star games and things like that?
I think he needs another year of this.
another year in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Oh, of what?
Of learning to
see what
make
this-
of learning to make your teammates better so you could be a better team. Like, that's the thing with players like LeBron. Kobe said it years ago. Somebody recently said it. Sometimes you gotta learn to do less and have other people do more. Like LeBron. This is the problem I've always had with LeBron. He's doing 100%, right?
Yeah.
And the person next to him who's capable of doing his own 100% has to settle to do 50%. And if LeBron would just cut back and maybe do 90% or just do his 100% and not somebody
Is that
else's.
could be a downfall in the future for you guys?
Well, I use LeBron as an example. LeBron now is in his 22nd season. His 100%, he needs help with his 100% anyway.
Do you think
Okay.
Kobe,
Trae Young, he's-
was better at that?
Huh?
You think Kobe was better at that?
At what?
Phil Jackson, the triangle
Pulling
helped him.
100% out of all the players?
His second stint with the triangle,
Yeah,
him
yeah,
going
yeah.
through his mental learning things, helped him be better than that. And after that, that's when he said it. So that's why I think Trae Young is now going through that process of learning to dial back his game to get the other people involved in playing
But
better.
are you discrediting Quinn Snyder?
I mean, that could be the process. Like, he
You
could
know
be
what I
the
mean?
one teaching them.
No, I'm saying like in terms of like this is
problem?
possibly second full year of like him taking on this offense.
Yeah, so
Has
that's
mastered
it. He
this?
probably needs another year under Quinn Snyder, keep learning, and then he'll be able to go to a team where there's other players there.
Okay,
and
so he
that
still
you help.
leaves that team just another year there to learn
Yeah.
How to
how
win.
to, how to pull
Or how
the
to
best
play.
out of
Because he's not.
everybody.
Right.
You're wasting
Okay.
your career.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah, so basically we're saying like it's like a graveyard team. That's somewhere you go to die.
Yeah.
So
What I'm saying is they're on a different timeline than he is.
right.
But because he's able to help them during this process, it's showing to me how much growth he has. And I'll just take another year of that of learning that and then going.
So you would recommend being productive on a lesser timeline than what you should be on, but taking the best out of that by learning what you need to learn so you can move on.
Yeah, whatever the situation,
make
whatever
the best of it.
situation you're in, you should learn
Right.
from it.
So then, speaking of like being on a different timeline and trying to learn on a team that's not really like moving in the right direction as your talent, LaMelo Ball,
Yeah.
28 points, one of the leading scorers in the league. I'm sure him and his dad would love to see him go to an All-Star game, but he ain't going to All-Star.
right?
He's
He's
two-
been an
he's a
All-Star,
two-time-
one All-Star.
He's a
One-
two-time.
Won't be at this All-Star.
times.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's gone, but he got snubbed this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
28 points, and it still ain't good enough because he's on one of the worst teams in the league.
He has to focus on being healthy.
That exactly.
Yeah.
He can't say nothing until he's fully healthy.
I don't think he
For
ever
a
will.
season.
Whatever Steph did or whatever doctors he went to, this nigga Melo has to go there.
Yep.
Like, what are you waiting on?
Yeah.
Remember, at one point we didn't know if Steph was gonna be Steph
Was the whole
until
issue.
whatever doctor
Under
saved his
Armour,
career.
whatever sneakers they made for
I don't know about the sneakers. Them shits
It
is
was,
trash.
it was ankle
But-
braces. And
yeah,
all
the ankle
that.
braces
Yeah,
for sure.
Hella
No,
thick-ass
for those,
braces.
it's trash. But I mean, shout out to Steph and all that lifetime deal and all that. But like, yeah, I mean, we don't. He needs to get with that doctor and just.
But his
cushion
timeline,
nights.
his timeline kind of aligns with Charlotte's a little bit more.
It's done.
He is younger. How old is LaMelo? He's probably like
24.
23.
23,
Yeah, so
24.
they got Brandon Miller.
I'm just afraid that what happens to Kemba Walker happens to him.
Exactly. Where they use
Yeah,
him
man.
in good years.
We got robbed from Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker had some game.
Yeah,
True.
We got robbed.
True.
because he was older with the Celtics at that point.
Yeah.
his knees were done.
Yeah, he had half a season
Yeah,
left.
but I'm saying it's like we don't. Yeah, I think just franchises fail players. But he's also. I mean, we can't take like he got crazy ankles. I guess right now. Like so, we don't know what that looks like. Hopefully, he can sustain and get better with the process. But he got to get out of Charlotte, dog.
Yeah.
Because they're never gonna win there, like ever. They'll be like the Zoe when Zoe was there, LJ was there. They'll just be competitive. They'll be a tough nosed team, but they're not gonna win shit.
Never, right?
I mean, that's the goal.
Because the money is in the bigger markets. You know what I'm saying? Like no one's gonna go to
So what team could you see him on?
LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo, anybody, but the Hornets.
Because he's going to qualify
Yeah.
for the
They locked him
$70
up.
million a year, the max contract.
They
He's
locked
gonna
him up.
qualify. Unless they pull a Luka and trade him at 25, he's going to get that contract.
We never know what they might do because his next contract's not until he's like 30 or close to 30. No, he just renewed last
No,
year.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about LaMelo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got like 2 more years left.
Is it 2 more years?
Yeah,
These
Okay.
contracts are not that long.
Yeah.
He signed it like a year or 2 years ago.
That's what I'm saying, yeah,
so he
yeah,
probably
okay.
got like 2 more years
Yeah.
left. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, where does he go?
Does he take the max? Because you can only take the max there unless you do a sign and trade, right?
Yeah,
Something like that.
So
yeah.
does he take the max there? Or does he demand a trade?
They need to bring, like, yeah, where can he go? But they need to bring, like, back coaches who got systems. That's where you need to go. That's where players need to find the system that matches your talent and where you could excel.
How
Like,
can you? And that's scary though. That's a ticking time bomb. Because let's just say, for instance, the front office doesn't like it. then they fire the coach. You know what I'm saying? Like they've done dumb shit like
you
that
gotta
too.
that's where the front office, coaching, and star player has to align.
But you're talking about championship organizations.
Chicago Bulls organization, coaching, and
Trash.
star player. What do you mean trash?
Chicago Bulls.
I'm talking when Jordan was there.
Oh yeah. Well, they didn't really get along, but you know
But
talent.
everybody's aligned in their
Everybody
job.
did their job.
But I'm saying
Yeah.
you're talking about a championship. A lot of these teams don't have that.
And that's what I'm saying needs to come back. What needs to come back is coaching and a coaching philosophy. Right now, it's too much. I forgot who was just saying, Draymond Green. He was commenting on what Kobe said a couple years ago, where it's accidental basketball. It's just drive and kick. If you make the shot, you make the shot.
Yeah.
So there's no longer a system and shit like that. That's what needs to come back, where a player could be in a system and develop their talents and learn how to play basketball that way.
I don't know if it can happen because a lot of these kids are younger and they don't like to be told what to do. If you bring in an old head coach, that old terminology might not fit through the younger talent.
I ain't say nothing about old. I said bring back.
I'm saying a system. A lot of young coaches don't have probably systems.
So
is what I'm
bring back
saying.
Jerry Sloan. That's what you want?
Nah, bring
I'm
back
saying-
coaching with systems.
But I don't think we
you
have
gotta
that anymore.
develop a system. You gotta develop one.
That's what I'm saying. I think
Steve Kerr developed a
I
system,
think
dominated.
but he's
You
also
gotta do
older.
one.
He's
Actually,
also
Steve
older.
Kerr used
Older with older players. No,
somebody else's system, but it is
You
what it
said
is.
like players. You keep saying old versus young. There's the middle ground versus that. You
I'm
got
saying
you don't just become young and then old. There's
what I'm
middle
saying
ground.
is,
There's people in the
I'm
middle.
saying, where do you don't really have that right now? We don't know what that is.
You do have it. They're just not hired.
So then we don't have it.
It's there. You're saying that we don't have it, like it can't be found. Where like
I
it's
didn't say
extinct.
that. I
It's
said
not extinct.
I'm just saying
You think they're
older.
just firing the coaches too
That's
soon?
what I'm saying.
They're
Yeah,
not
they're
giving them
just-
time to grow.
What's
into their-
going on
Right.
is a copy league, right? If you see one team win and they won, your objective is to win. So if you just saw something win, you're gonna copy it. There's too much copying going on right
say
now.
that then.
So, and to fix that, people need to come back with their systems. Coachings need to have their own philosophies and come in and being able to
But my
develop
nigga,
a
we're,
system.
we're saying that, but 1 year turns into like we just seen Mike Brown do it, right? They went from third and then they just lost traction.
No, Mike Brown, I'm not sure he had a system. Maybe he had a system because he was coming from Golden State.
That's
I'm
what I'm
not
saying.
sure what it was, and we're just saying we're assuming he did or he didn't. I don't know, but whatever the case may be, it didn't work.
And what I'm
but coaches need
And the
systems.
reason I'm saying go to older coaches because now they're hiring all these young coaches with no
and Mike
experience.
Brown is young.
No, I'm saying all these
Relatively.
younger, but some of these coaches are like 35 and under. Do they have enough experience to coach a system or learn a system or know the system?
No,
I mean,
they're actually
to
the
teach
ones,
that.
They're actually the ones succeeding.
Greg Popovich just has a system, and he's teaching coaches. The coaches are being successful underneath Greg Popovich.
Yeah,
But
that's
think
different.
about the young coaches though. Think about the young coaches. Joe
Mazzulla?
Mazzulla.
Yep.
He got a system that he's doing in Boston.
But did he get that from Ime?
It don't matter
I'm
where
just-
you
I'm
got
just-
it from. If you
I'm just
implement
asking.
it.
I'm just asking a
Yeah.
question, dog.
Man,
Implementing
he
it.
has a
I'm just
system
asking
too.
questions.
I don't know if Udoka has a system. I don't recognize it. Just because you don't have a system, I'm not calling you a bad coach. Because obviously
no
these
one's-
coaches have been winning.
I don't think anyone's
But I'm
saying
just
that.
saying a system that you could recognize with your eye. You're playing Boston Celtic basketball. You're playing this type of basketball. Like when the Warriors were playing basketball, they had a specific style that you could recognize right offhand. The triangle, shit like that.
What else? That's it?
They're sending
Nigga, you stopped.
They're sending the
'Cause y'all
TNT
watching
team
this
going
shit.
fishing
I'm
because
listening to you.
this is their last
Yeah,
All-Star
yeah.
game, so they send the
Going
whole
fishing.
team going fishing. Unreal.
That's dope though.
Never thought I'd see that.
They're moving.
Yeah.
Is the game over already?
No,
Or
it's
they
like,
just say-
this
their
is
halftime,
like
their break.
their little break.
That's fire though. And also before we forget too, we were supposed to mention it last week. What's the old nigga that just retired?
QB Brown.
QB Brown just
Oh,
retired
yeah.
last
Oh,
week.
yeah.
Brown, he's
QB,
like
you know, last
108
week.
years old.
Yeah, 91 years old, man.
He,
So
he coached what, the Memphis Grizzlies, right?
the Knicks at one
Yeah,
point in time.
Knicks.
So shout out to QB.
Still on point too, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Calling
He's
the
sharp.
games and shit.
He's sharp.
Yeah, still on
Commentating,
point.
Yeah, for
all
sure.
that, yeah.
Now,
Like,
Hubie Brown was dope because he
Facts.
used to really talk
Teach
the
you.
game. Yo,
Yeah.
He teach you.
really did.
He was dope. That soft nigga right there. But
Staple voice.
See, and you talking about old coaches. When Hubie Brown made that stint to go back to Memphis, he was considered an old coach at that point.
Yeah.
But he turned them around.
That's what I'm saying.
Because he has a system and a philosophy that was
we're both saying the
implemented.
same thing.
You the one who said old coaches, they don't want old coaches. I'm pointing out that he was an old coach
So would you-
that
Nowadays,
went.
I'm
So
saying
do you-
nowadays they don't want old coaches.
So do you think like Nick Van Gundy can come back and make an impact in the league?
Jeff Van Gundy,
Jeff Van Gundy.
he's on Houston.
He's
and
on-
he is making an impact.
Is he on Houston
They
or is
got
he
a-
on
Houston? Yeah,
on
he's-
Warriors?
He's coaching right now.
I forget
believe
where he
he's-
is.
yeah,
Not Stan
he's
Van
on
Gundy,
one
I'm
team.
talking
but
about.
no, Jeff.
Yeah, he's on the
coaching
bench.
staff. Yeah. I want to say Golden State. I want to say, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I thought
Like,
it was
might be.
Houston.
It might be.
He's
Houston,
one of
though.
those two.
Yeah, but he's back in coaching. I mean, because there was talks of him going like I think to the Knicks at one point in time, rekindling with the Knicks.
That would have been nice.
He was matched up with a lot of different.
Yeah, he
because he's a
got
good coach.
Yeah.
He
He's
was a good coach.
He's a really good coach. It's just
Ain't no telling
he's stubborn.
now. It's been like 20 years.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
system, like you said, we might need that. I just feel like everything's a youth movement now. To your point, everything's a trend. So the trend is young coaches.
We gotta stop acting like because it's a youth movement. There's certain things that
I'm
they
not saying it's
cannot
right.
do.
Yeah.
you could do it. It's
But
either
are
you
these young
don't-
kids going to buy into a system? Like you know
That's
what I'm saying?
The young kid, what are you talking about? Young kids are gonna buy into. People are going to buy
Ronnie,
into what's
these-
working.
these kids are different
Kids
now.
are making millions.
These
of
kids are
dollars.
different, bro.
We're talking about basketball. They're
But-
buying into you, coaching them to play this certain way. We're just saying to play a different type of way.
I'm telling you, it's just young kids are different nowadays. That's
What
what, I'm
about
saying to you.
remember when ISO was
I have,
like a
I
big
have a
thing?
son, Ronnie. I see it amongst his peers, himself.
I'm
They're-
not talking about that. I'm talking about basketball coaching and a system. I'm not talking about the way you coach a player is different nowadays. I'm not talking about the way you talk to them and stuff like that. You could change all of that. I'm talking about the X's and O's of the game. The X's and O's of the game, the coaches need to change that and go back to more of a system and a philosophy.
attention
That-
span.
But
of these
what
kids are
about
different
those
too,
players
Ronnie.
that
You
feel like?
they still have to pay
But
attention
Ronnie,
for whatever
they-
else you're
What
drawing
about
up
those
now.
players in the
don't.
system that feel like they're not
They
getting the
don't.
shine that
Yes.
they should, so they're going to get lesser contracts?
That happens already. That was a problem back then. Jordan had to go through it. Oh, I'm not going to be able to lead the league in scoring. I'm not asking anything different or anything that hasn't been gone through from generation to generation. You keep using the excuse as youth. Everybody was young at a certain point in time. Like
But Rodney,
Jordan
these
had the
kids
same
are
argument.
different,
that
dog.
Jordan had the same argument. I'm trying to lead the league in scoring. Am I going to be able to do that? Yes, you're going to be able to lead the league in scoring, but play this way. Okay,
Young
let me
kids are
try.
different.
Did it work? It works. And I
Young
win,
kids are
and I
different,
win,
dog.
and I'll do it.
I don't
That's all
understand.
it is.
The young kids this now are different, dog. I'm just telling you. Can you speak to that, please, as well as a parent? Are they not different?
I mean,
They're different in the way that you gotta
Yes.
approach them and talk to them. But that's
it's
not what I'm talking to.
everything, Ronnie. I'm telling you.
So-
just direction.
so there are certain things
Come
nowadays
on, I have a
from the
19-year-old
youth
son.
that they find cool or that pulls them in more. That wasn't the feeling when we were young, right? So the times change. The kids, they evolve. They turn to whatever version of the young
I
kids they
understand what
are
you're saying, but
nowadays.
listen to what I'm saying. Right now, what you're saying is the approach of how to talk to children, what you got to do, how you got to talk
No.
to them. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that is different. But the subject matter, like the way you teach math, yeah, you could teach it differently. But 1 + 1 is 1. It is 2.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's 2. That's not gonna change. All right. You
Right.
still gotta get them to learn that.
That's
you
the
could change.
that's the issue, Ronnie. Their attention span is not there.
So are you gonna give up on teaching them 1 + 1, or are you gonna find a different way to teach
mean,
it to
These
them?
you're talking about an organization that don't have patience because again they follow things, right?
because these kids are distracted.
So stop
Thank
blaming
you.
it
Easily.
on. Stop blaming it on the kids.
Huh?
At a certain point, yes or no, you have to teach your child math.
Yes.
Okay. So you can't tell me, oh, these kids are different nowadays. I can't teach it to them the way I used to.
No.
You still gotta teach it to
This
them.
is the
Find
thing.
out how you gotta teach it to them.
No. This is the thing.
Ronnie, organizations,
Like,
dog.
everything is so news just comes so quickly. Everything's fluid now. You pick up your phone.
Y'all just giving me excuses.
We're giving you facts.
Excuses.
Huh?
Excuses.
How?
Excuses.
How?
I'm telling you, yo, you gotta learn. You gotta learn basketball.
Have you taught or coached any of these young kids?
I've taught kids before. Yeah.
Recently, as of recent.
No, not recently.
Within the
so-
last 19 years?
Yo, we still.
Yeah, nigga, how old you think I am?
I'm just asking a question. These kids are different,
We
dog.
also recording the episode.
Certain, I think certain.
The episode probably
episode's
should have been done already. We got this planned. That's one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, do you think? What I'm saying is, kids are different. Their attention
I
spans are different, Ronnie.
understand. listen
That's
to
all
what
I'm
I'm trying to say instead of arguing with me.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm not
Listen,
arguing with you.
I'm acknowledging that kids are different. I never said that they're the same. But they're however different they are, you still have to learn what you gotta learn. You just don't stop teaching them because they're different. That's what you're telling me. Oh, we can't teach them this because they're different.
I didn't say that. You have to.
That's what you're saying. I'm not. Figure out however you want to teach it to them. Flashcards, a movie, quiet time, nap time, however you want to do it. But I'm just saying they gotta learn this. You keep telling me they can't learn it because they're different. What are you saying?
They are different,
So
Ronnie.
they can't learn it.
You'd be surprised.
So they can't learn. Say those words.
They can't learn it. They cannot learn it. Because they go based off their skill set. That's all they do nowadays. They're stubborn, bro.
People have been stubborn for years.
But
stubborn
Ronnie,
is not a new trait.
Ronnie, I understand what your point of view is. You're going to bring, again, as an organization, you're going to bring in the like-minded individuals that can possibly learn the system. But a lot of these young kids aren't going to learn the system because their ego is bigger than the system and the team. This is all I'm saying. Yes, to your point, niggas can teach a system. Certain programs can do that. Look at the Spurs. Look at the OKC Thunder right now, right? They can learn a system. They're learning a system.
And those are young kids?
Not all of them. There's a mixture of young kids and old kids.
But some young kids are learning
But again, you draft to the potential and the mindset.
But young kids are learning the system.
Not all young kids.
So San Antonio is doing something right. They're doing what you're saying that they can't do.
I didn't say they can't do it. I said these kids are different.
This nigga gonna argue with me the whole time and then bring up the example of a team that's doing it.
I said certain organizations. Not every organization does that. Nor do they have the patience. They don't have the patience to do that. What are we talking about here?
How you gonna bring up the example? That's exactly what I'm saying.
I just said organizations.
Yeah.
Not every organization has the patience because they're going to fire a head coach, whether he be old, whether he be middle-aged or young.
Okay, so why have you been blaming it on the kids this whole time?
I'm blaming it on everybody, Ronnie.
You keep changing up.
No, I've been blaming it on everybody.
You change it up.
Because I'm blaming it on everybody. Because that's how it works. No, it's a change.
You've been blaming it. You've been saying that the youth is not allowing the kids to learn. And now you're saying the organization doesn't have the patience.
The kids aren't learning though, Ronnie. That's why you pick up. That's why you draft a draft prospect. You bring him in to jot down how his mental works.
Am I drafting an old nigga or I'm drafting the kid?
A lot of the kids.
So it's not the youth.
But Ronnie, a lot of the kids don't turn out in the draft.
So it's not the youth.
Because it could be their mindset, right? A lot of kids flame out. Am I right?
Kids flame out. What's the kid that went to Philly?
And then they jump back and forth.
That didn't happen in the 80s.
What was the first round draft pick in the?
That didn't happen in the 80s. People didn't flame out in the 80s. People didn't flame out in the 70s. That shit, like, stop acting like this shit is not like history repeats itself. Kids have always been
Ronnie,
kids.
the money is different too, man. It's a different, like you hear these AAU stories.
Hey yo, my nigga, whoever was making money in the 80s. The money was different to them then too.
Ronnie,
when Magic Johnson signed his deal, that was different type of money to everybody else that was around.
They're getting in high school now.
He started acting up as well.
Not every player's getting that. Not every player's doing that, Ronnie. It's different, man. That's what I'm saying.
Of course,
that's why you have a draft process.
It's different, but it's the same.
You have the draft process to vet people that you think are going to work on your team, in the locker room, all that stuff, man.
And your argument is that
the system. Coaches can change that.
All I said was that the coaching needs to change and have better systems. He came in and told me that the kids can't learn the systems.
The kids can't.
And now he's telling me that it's the organization's fault. So
it can be all those things, though.
My daughter played basketball.
It's all those things.
When she was young, she played basketball in like middle school all the way up to high school. And I was shocked at how much like these young kids would argue with the coach. Like the young girls, like the coach tell them stuff or tell them to do things, and they'd really sit there and argue with the coach. And I don't know. I don't know if it's always been like that or whatever.
It's been like that, but you had one knucklehead on the team that used to do that.
Yeah, it was like the whole
now
team.
Imagine a lot of those spoiled brats having money coming into the league or coming into college. They're not listening. That's what I'm saying to you.
And a lot,
certain kids just can learn the system.
A lot more kids now look at the
it's a different mindset.
NBA not as the dream that we look. That
the
we
kids
thought
that
it
you're
was.
talking about don't make the league.
But they look at it as business,
Ronnie.
bro.
They do make the
They
league.
look at the
Don't
league
stay-
as business.
But that's my point.
Exactly. So I'm not talking about the kids that are gonna flame out. I'm talking about an organization and a coaching and players, 12 players that's on the team. That's on the team, that's there for the regular season, that's working hard. Of course, if you have a bad apple who's gonna flame out, he's gonna flame out regardless of whoever's coaching him. That's not my point. Stop bringing me a bad example to say that they can't learn. It's not the youth that's making them can't learn. You're gonna have bad apples throughout history. People have been, Kwame Brown failed, he couldn't learn. That was 20, 30 years ago. You're always going to have that. Kids are kids. Until
No,
you
Ronnie.
mature, you
Okay.
mature.
Okay.
But to say that you can't, these kids nowadays can't learn something, no, you may have to teach it to them differently.
Ronnie,
It's not the capabilities that they don't have.
I'm telling
it's
you.
different.
I'm telling you. Kids don't want to be great. And when you don't want to be great, you're not going to learn anything because you think your way or that's it.
It's not the capability that they don't have. You're not reaching them the right way. Or maybe they're,
Ronnie,
or maybe
I'm
it's a
telling
bad
you,
apple.
man. I'm just telling you, dog.
So no kids are succeeding these days?
I'm not saying that.
Okay, so it's not the youth. It's bad apples. Like there's always been people that succeed and people that don't.
Never mind. You win.
Agree to disagree.
You win. I mean, I don't get it.
All I said was better coaching. And the coaching ain't even youth.
But it could be.
You blamed it on the organization.
Because it could
you
be.
blamed it on the
It could
coaching.
be- it could
you
be
blamed it
coaching.
on the players. You're
It's
just
all of
saying
those
that it
things.
can't happen.
I just named you a poor organization.
And then you name me a good organization, meaning that it can happen.
There,
I just
do it seem like there's more poor organizations in the league than there
yes,
are good ones?
of course.
Okay. Are the poor
What
organizations
was that?
ran
I
by
didn't even
old
see it.
people or young people?
Half
Half
court,
court three?
Steph. Oh,
We don't know anymore. It changes a lot of the times. These general managers, no one stays. There's no loyalty with it anymore.
That's not what I asked you, DJ.
But-
I asked
Steph
you,
was hot.
are these young or old people that's running these organizations? They're old people.
like,
They
who?
did that
Like
again,
who?
they would have went
What
crazy.
do you mean, like who?
Who's old? Give me an old person who's running the league. Scott Presti's considered old.
My nigga, where are you talking about, my nigga?
Well, I'm
We're
trying to
talking about
understand.
adults versus kids. Your argument was that the
No,
youth.
I'm trying to
so
understand
now
what
I'm
you're
telling you that
talking
there's
about.
adults
That's
running the league.
Kyrie.
You
Yeah,
said
it's
old. Who's
Yeah.
considered
Alley
old?
Adults, my nigga.
Ronnie, age range, my nigga. What the fuck is old, my nigga?
The opposite
Old
of
now. Old now is Udonis Haslam when he was in the league. LeBron is old right now, and he's
That's
older
a
than
nice
some of the
little
coaches.
sequence over
Yeah,
there.
some niggas in the front office. So what's considered fucking old, my nigga?
the opposite of youth. The youth that you were talking about that can't learn.
What's considered youth now? I'm saying, what's the age range?
Well, this whole time you've been arguing, what was youth to you?
What's the age range?
The whole time you've been
What's
arguing.
the- but
If you
you're
want
not
to
answering
establish
old.
terms now, tell me what
Because
the
you just-
guideline you've been
you
arguing
just
now.
said
This whole
old.
time.
You just said
this
old.
whole time we've been talking.
You just
what's
what's
been youth?
old? What's old?
The whole time we've been
What's
talking, I
old?
said the opposite of
Because
youth.
I said old initially, right? You said no one wants an old coach. They want to. Well, you don't talk about a younger coach or what the fuck did you say? Between young and old?
Are they
What
trying
do
to
you
give
what do
Steph
you use?
the MVP?
I don't know. You tell
Exactly.
me. You tell me.
Because I mentioned
Oh
old
yeah,
and you
stay in the
disregarded
bed,
that.
right? That's normally
And now
what
niggas
you
is
do.
older in the front office. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
You're confusing me. That's what you're doing.
Yo, my nigga, you're saying when the whole time we've
Listen,
been talking about.
while y'all arguing,
Yo, listen, nah.
Steph and Kyrie is going
Yeah.
off.
This
in
is
this
gonna be on
All-Star
YouTube.
game.
Listen, you said the whole time we've been talking, we've been arguing about youth, as in kids being drafted to the NBA. 18-year-olds, high school students going into the NBA, college, that range. So now when I say that there's old people running the league, what I mean is it's not the youth, the 18-year-olds that are trying to become in the league. You're talking about what's old. I'm talking about adults running that organization.
Give me an age. All I asked is give me an
Oh my
age
goodness,
range.
my gracious, my God.
That's all I asked you.
Goodness gracious.
That's all I asked you, my nigga. No.
30 plus, nigga. I said when you asked me the age, I said the opposite of the youth. Now then you ask me what's youth.
Give me an age
And this whole
range.
time you've been arguing
'Cause
for youth, and now
I
you're
said
asking
there's
me what's
also
youth.
older people in the front office and there's young people in the front office.
Yeah,
Did I not say that?
young, relatively young, not
This
youth.
dude's going off, bro.
I just asked the question.
They're 1 point from winning. Shaq's team is blowing out Chuck's team by almost 20. Steph just scored the last 12 points,
So this just goes to show.
including 1 3 from behind the half court line.
And then the turnaround.
I think this is good for the NBA.
Have they been given effort?
No,
So
no.
was it a good game?
It's just a display of shooting, and Kyrie Irving broke Wemby's ankle. Something
It was
crazy.
a nice. It was high paced sequence.
Kyrie Irving went one-on-one with Wemby and broke his ankle, something crazy.
What was it? 8 seconds?
They call it 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, but the reason they're calling 8 seconds is because this game is over really fast. If you guys are paying attention, this game has probably been 15 minutes.
Every time I look up, it's been different niggas on the court. I've been like, yo, all these
I
games
don't even
been.
think they were able to sub right.
Do you
guys are
they
shooting
could only
straight
sub.
threes.
Do you like it? You like the
Playing the
format?
game of 40
Hell
is crazy because these guys are just shooting threes. See that guy? They gotta let Barkley's team score to make it interesting, but it was legit. It was like
There was a good sequence going on. Bucket. It was game over.
game over.
Wouldn't be mad. This nigga wouldn't be trying to win everything. Yo, what's wrong with the NBA is coaching right now. Building good organizations
You think
and
the
coaching.
talent is there?
Of course.
So it's two things. One
I'm
is
just asking
building a
a
good organization.
It's top down.
So bad CEOs,
Yeah, like
bad
if it-
owners.
yeah, it goes from the top down.
I think that we could name a lot of bad NBA teams. And I think it's more of a business than it is of like entertainment for them.
Dude.
I think that as long as they're making money, they don't give a damn.
So to me, it's not the players. It's not the youth. That's not the excuse that I would be using. Like, the league it's always been a youth movement. Like, you know what I mean? You're always drafting young players. They always have to come in and learn the game. The younger you are and the newer draft class is always making more money than the last draft class. The money is always increasing. These issues have always been the same. These things haven't changed.
So what happens when the viewership increases and the contracts are getting bigger?
The same thing that happens. Like, the people nowadays, 10, 20 years from now, they're going to be the ones like Charles Barkley upset and mad.
My question is like, does that decrease the love for the game? Does it turn it more into a business or a racket?
Of course it does. But that was the case in the 80s when Magic Johnson was making $1 million and nobody else was making that.
So then the question is
You could accuse Magic Johnson of not loving the
Ronnie,
game.
they're doing
go
it
from
way
$1 million
beforehand now.
contracts to $300 million contracts, right? I mean, how much money is it that where it's not about the money anymore, or it's not about the love of the game anymore? It's more about the business of the game.
Why are the contracts raising? It's the economy's raising. Nothing. Like, come on, man. Everything is going up this way. We're looking at it as it's just singular. Like, oh, the NBA raised.
Let me
Niggas
ask
is
you
making
this.
$300
Let me ask you
million
this question.
to everybody still making what they were
Let me ask
making in
you
the 80s. No.
Let me
it's
ask you
like
this question.
Niggas in the NBA that were there, maybe not like super rich, but they were making more than their counterparts.
Let me ask you this.
The ability for money to affect the game has always been there. All right? Like,
Can I
yes.
ask a question to
Go
you?
ahead.
In 10, 15 years, is the NBA going to be watered down because of the talent that's coming in to the NBA? Because everyone's going to get paid eventually because of the NIL stuff. Is the product going to be watered down?
I don't know. People say it's watered down now.
I'm asking, is it going to be
People
watered, the drive and the willing to learn things and being privileged prior to you getting to the NBA? Is the NBA the goal in 15, 20 years for these kids? To play
Is
in
the
the NBA?
NBA the goal?
Yes.
You talking
Because at one point is
because they can make millions in college.
Correct. They can make millions of dollars in college.
Yeah.
Because it's starting
But
now.
you can make millions of dollars in college now. That's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying, it's starting now. When they become accustomed to it, are they going to want to play in the NBA and be the best version?
Yes.
And in return, is that going to water down the product of the NBA in 10, 15
Yes.
years?
I think
Because
because
how long-
Is it
how
going to water
long-
it down? I'm asking.
Huh?
Is it going to water down the product of the NBA?
Everything is going to be watered. Like, yes, it could water down. I'm not going to say it can't, but adding more teams to the NBA could water it down.
All right,
Getting teams to go to.
Can we just
I'm
time
not
out?
asking that. I'm just
Hold on,
asking
can
about
we-
the money
hold on,
being
can we
given to these
time
kids
out
early.
real quick?
Nah,
Yeah.
it ended. Yeah, finished. I was
Superman
looking
is
at it.
cross-eyed, bro.
The money that is given to these kids early is all I'm saying. Is it going to water down the product in 10, 15 years?
My nigga, but like in 10, 15 years, the money that they're making, they're going to look back here and think like these niggas are not making any money. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's going to increase.
No. Oh my God.
Like, yeah, you're trying to say like, yeah, money's going to decrease. Some people are playing for the money. Of course. In the 90s too. In the 80s too. Like, as soon as money,
It's-
like as soon as you
it's
can make
different
more
now,
money.
Ronnie.
Of course it's different. More players are making more money. But
So,
like,
so
it's
do you think that had anything to do with Lucas' trade then? You think like sending a message. This dude was supposed to get $70 million a year, and now he's gonna get a max of what, 35?
Man, it's still gonna be in the
Is
50s,
Dallas a
40s.
max? Is
Bro,
Dallas?
he just lost hundreds of.
But is Dallas?
over
What you
the
call it?
lifetime of a contract.
But he's gonna get that off the court. But is
Yeah.
Dallas?
No.
Is Dallas a big
You
market?
guys, listen. Let's stop for a second.
Yep.
This man was supposed to be walking into $70 million a year, and it gets cut in half. To us, we're like, oh, he'll make it on the. No. This man just got his cut.
And he just left Texas with
Just
that
cut your
no
check in
income
half.
state.
Just cut your check in half.
And cut it another in half because now he's in Cali with those taxes. But
Does that affect the game? Does it do other kids now look at it like, damn, if that could happen to Luka, this is just a business, so I don't love it the same.
Shit, it is.
I think there's gonna be prior to that even the NBA happening. Because now kids can transfer for just more money.
what?
In college, kids can just transfer. If I'm getting, but I'm saying you're taking that. That's whack to me. And I feel like that's going to water down the product in 10 to 15 years.
In what way?
but
They won't love it, or they're
Yeah,
not
they're
going to play as
going to
hard?
be spoiled, and they're going to be. These kids are entitled as well.
You don't think they'll play as hard?
How you laughing? What are you
Because to
laughing?
think that they're not spoiled now is crazy. Like,
Huh? But that's what I'm saying, Ronnie. And then as it gets further and further, they're going to make more money faster.
okay, so you don't
And the
think the
con-
kids
and the-
15 years ago weren't
And
spoiled?
no, because they didn't have the money. They didn't have NIL deals, Ronnie. They didn't have money before the NBA. A lot of these kids were broke and selling merch and
A
getting in
lot,
trouble
of,
for
a lot of
it.
these kids went
That's
to
what
the
they were
NBA
doing.
from didn't
Like,
even
come
go
on,
to college
Ronnie.
because they wasn't going to get paid.
Like, they weren't making money, Ronnie.
All right.
A lot of these kids weren't making money at all.
You're saying a lot. What I'm saying is you keep trying to say a lot to a little, whatever.
I just said a
I'm
lot.
saying these things have not changed. When you hear Gilbert
money-
Arenas speak, a player who had his whole career and is already retired, been retired for like 10 plus years, when he tells you that he went from college to the NBA and he went from making more money in college to taking a pay cut to going to the NBA. What I'm
said
trying
I've
to
never heard
Gilbert-
that. I've never heard that before.
You know-
He
you-
said he was broke going into the NBA.
He
That's
said,
what I've heard.
He said he took a pay cut going into the NBA.
I didn't hear that.
Well, his
Pull it up on
strategy
your phone.
was to get the senior contract quicker, so he didn't take a rookie contract,
No, he got drafted into the second round.
or however he did.
He
his
had a loophole
contract.
when he signed with the Wizards.
he got a loophole so that he would go jump into.
He had like the Chris Webber deal where he could
Yeah.
re-up.
That's
in a
not
couple
what I'm
years.
talking about.
I'm
What
not saying that you're talking about.
What
I
I'm talking
heard that.
about is when he got drafted, the money that he was making in college, on the record, off the record, how he was living, sponsorship or whatever, when he went into the NBA, he took a pay cut. Those are words out of his own mouth.
Damn.
Now, it worked out for him in the long run because he was able to sign a different contract and bang. But what I'm trying to tell you, the ability to make money in college has always been
You're
there.
giving these kids giving these kids.
maybe more kids now,
But
but
that's-
the effect was there.
So-
So what I'm telling you was, yes, some kids
Right.
were already blown up. Some kids were already not
Yes.
caring.
Okay,
that
right.
was already a factor.
I'm speaking from a parent's perspective again. These kids, the money now that they're giving out these kids, it's like a participation trophy. There's no first, there's no last, there's none of that hunger anymore. The hunger is going to be less and less the further we get away from it. It's all I'm saying, because the money's going to increase for college as well.
The hunger is going to be when you're making $1 million and I'm making $1,000. That's the hunger, which has always been
No, right.
throughout the history of
Oh
the
my
world.
gosh, right.
Somebody next to you is making more. That's the hunger.
No,
You're
everyone's getting
satisfied when you have your own. You're
Everyone is
satisfied.
getting participation trophy, Ronnie. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
And then when they don't like them, if they don't like the situation there, they can transfer for more money over here, and they just keep jumping ship. There's no
Right, and
loyalty.
that creates the competition.
What competition? Money?
Yes.
Again, there's no love for the game then. And then again, it's going to be watered down going to the NBA. Ronnie? Because your love of money is overshadowing the fact everyone's, in our generation at least, I wanted to make it to the league. I wanted to make it, whatever league, I wanted to get there. I don't think that's their dream for a lot of these kids anymore.
Do you hear these players talk? Do you hear them talk? When they tell you that half of the league doesn't work hard, half of the league is only in it for the lifestyle, half of the league only
what I'm
wants.
saying, Ronnie.
They've been saying this. It's nothing new. You're talking about 15 years from now, we won't be able to, the kids are not. No, they've been doing this. If you love the game, you're going to
just
put
got
the work. You
MVP.
don't make the NBA without putting in the work. Yes, there's different levels of work, but these kids put in the work. Like, you have to be a special talent. You can't tell me, like, out of 400 people, there's 1 million people trying to make the NBA, and these 400 people making it, and now we sitting back wishing we could do what they're doing, but we're criticizing that they don't work hard. Maybe they could work a little bit harder, but they're working hard. People are not paying them millions and millions of dollars
Ronnie,
to
all I'm
not
saying
work
is
hard.
the money
Like,
is going to
come on, man.
change because again we didn't have the NIL stuff. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, dog.
More than that, like these kids are making money off of social media.
That's what I'm saying. Like the attention span is just away from the game.
like regular people making money off of social. Like,
Hopefully
the
we make
world
money
is
off of
changing.
social media.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. The world is changing.
But again, the drive is going to be there, dog. That's all.
Yeah, my nigga, when I'm making $1 million, but you're making $10 million, and the women are next to you, and they're not caring about my $1 million, that's gonna motivate me. You're speaking it from the perspective of whatever they're making, it will be a lot, and you're good with it. No, there's still gonna be competition. There's still gonna be levels, and there's still gonna be like that's
I don't
throughout the
think
history
so,
of the
man.
world.
I don't think so.
levels and levels and levels. There's always going to be.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So what's the minimum pay for NBA talent right now? What's the league minimum?
I don't know that. I don't know that number.
It's prorated, but like a vet minimum is like 2.1 million or something like that.
It used to be 4 million.
That was like the mid-level exception or shit like that.
So,
But it might be closer to that though. Now,
But kids are getting that.
so let's say like it goes up the minimum to like be the 15th man on the bench. Goes from like
2.1.
2 million to like 15 million. Does that change the game?
all right, but you're. Does that change the game? But you're putting that in a bubble.
Okay.
That doesn't happen without the world around them changing. The people at the concession stands are going to be making more. Minimum wage increases. If that doesn't happen in an isolated bubble where now the 15th man is now making $10 million and nothing around them in the world changes. Everything goes up. It's a scale.
Yes, Ronnie.
I'm not trying to change
We're
the
not arguing
conversation.
that.
Okay.
But
So
the drive of the money is all I'm saying.
Right. But
okay,
when you're making 15
I get
mil,
what you're saying.
when you're making 15
I just
mil,
want to
but
say
your
that
rent
first.
is $1 million.
I get what you're saying.
It's like,
I get what you're saying. What you're saying is like, yo, the equivalent of 15 million in the future is the same as the 2 million it is right now.
Yes.
Everything else pretty much stays the same. Maybe it gets a little crazier, but everything is on the same level.
Right.
So levels increase at the same pace is what you're saying.
I get that part.
What you're saying is that there is going to be a mentality change along with the equitable change.
Correct. Because you already see it without the money, Ronnie. That's all. The pouting. All I'm saying is I'm on the ground with it. I see it, man. And then you get the money involved. That's all I'm saying.
What you mean? I'm not on the ground where
No,
I'm
I'm
at.
saying I have a son. I have a
Sitting
son
in your
in this.
skyscraper.
I have a son who's
Making all that
in
damn
this.
money.
His girlfriend is getting NIL money, and she's trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it's just that's all I'm saying, Ronnie. It's just the mindset of these
But
kids are changing.
you're now seeing it. Right.
And
but that doesn't mean it hasn't been happening before you.
But Ronnie, when you could
Like, you know what I'm saying? You're
I'm not-
now
I did
experiencing
not
it.
say that.
You're stepping foot
Ronnie.
in it. But college kids have been getting money.
not every kid on the roster was getting money like this.
And not every kid now is getting
But
money like this.
they're getting a lot.
No,
depending on their
every
personality.
kid
Yes.
gets money now.
All right.
Huh? A lot of kids
All right.
get a lot of money.
First-hand experience,
Yep.
right? I went to UConn. Dude next to me, Martin Gagnon, walked on for the UConn team, white boy. He walked on to the team.
Mm-hmm.
Of course he wasn't getting what the other people were getting on the team, but he still came around with free sneakers. He had a bag full of sneakers.
They
He's
get
a
that,
walk-on.
though. They get that.
Listen to what I'm saying instead of arguing with me. What I'm saying
But you're
is,
talking about Team Perks, though. Don't talk about Team Perks.
You're
That's
talking
a
about the NIL pay.
Yes.
So like Mowat, who's gonna be here next week. Shout out to John Mowat.
Shout out to John
He
Moore.
he played for Western. He got paid to play. He got NIL money.
Okay.
I guess that's all.
when?
Well, he's young. He's young. So
When?
he was in college.
When was
a
this?
couple years ago.
Okay. Because the NIL just started.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he was in college, he got paid to play.
So he got specifically NIL under the
Yeah,
NIL,
check.
or he was just getting money in college? I just want to make that
No,
difference.
It was paid to play. He got
Okay.
paid to play. We'll ask more details when he's there
Okay.
next week. But I do remember him talking about how he got paid to play.
Mm.
So
Because what I'm saying is, like, NIL is something specific.
Name, image, and likeness.
Right.
Yes.
That's a specific thing.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about, Ronnie.
But the money in college for the players has always been there. Now
like-
making it
not-
illegal, making it
Not like
illegal.
it is now.
Of course, I'm not
You can
saying.
make 10,000 for a signature back then.
Yo,
You
I
can make-
cannot wait.
My nigga, what's the nigga that just signed with
can't-
BYU? He just signed $7 million and he's an incoming freshman. He's the number one player in the country. I can't think of his name.
Okay, so what are you? but
That's
what-
crazy.
Yo, this
Yeah,
gonna be
it's crazy.
Yo, we
so
gotta
what you're
go
saying, he doesn't love the game.
Yo, we gotta
We don't
continue
know.
this conversation.
We don't know.
What was the question?
Yo,
We don't know
we
because
gotta
this is his
pause
opportunity.
that.
This is his opportunity to get out of the hood,
Steve,
right? This is his
what was the
opportunity to
question
make
that
it
started
and change his
this?
family's life. A step before the NBA is what I'm saying,
I
right?
started
LeBron
all
signing a $90 million
I started
deal
this
before he
whole
plays
thing.
one game in the NBA. He didn't love the game anymore. That's what I'm saying. Niggas has
It's-
been getting
it's-
money, my nigga.
Ronnie, it's
like, this
different.
money is nothing
But-
new. It's relatively gonna
Ron-
change
Ronnie.
in the era that you're in.
Ronnie,
Come on,
you're starting
man.
early with these kids,
on,
and it's a
man.
different generation.
Come
This is
on,
what you're not.
man.
This is what you're missing.
So we gotta
You're
continue
missing it, man.
this conversation.
Every example, I'm watching.
It's
Every
the-
You're
example
not
I
watching
bring
it,
up,
bro.
I
Ronnie,
bring
you're
up,
not
my nigga.
because again, you're not a parent. You don't understand it. You
Yo,
don't
you keep
understand
saying
it.
that.
I'm trying to tell you, my nigga.
You
So-
trying to tell
so-
me what?
So this
What are
conversation
you
is to
telling
be
me?
continued. We'll pick this up next
That's
week.
crazy.
But what are you telling me?
How you
Tell
don't
me
get it?
something.
Steve.
How you don't get it?
Tell me
Huh?
something.
How
Tell
you
me
don't get
something.
it?
What are you telling
I've
me?
been telling you all night.
What? Kids
I'm
don't love the
Steve.
game.
I'm
Kids don't love
Sir.
the
The
game.
Sir.
All right.
That's Rodney. That's
Kids don't love the
CJ.
game.
And that's DJ.
So you're saying your son
Thanks for
doesn't love the
tuning
game?
in.
He started to love football.
Run a point.
No,
He started
We
to love
outta
football.
here.
He started to love football.
he's making money?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. So if you're saying if he was making money, he wouldn't love it then?
He didn't love it now. I don't know.
Without making money, he
I don't
didn't
know.
love it.
I had to change his mindset.
Without making money. He wasn't making no money and he didn't love it.
No.
Okay. So you're saying when they do make money, they're not going to love it. Like,
Yes,
come on.
Ronnie. There's.
All right,
I just said there's certain
Okay,
kids
but
as well,
you just
didn't I?
said your son didn't love it. He wasn't making no money from it.
A lot of kids
so
don't
that's
love-
an attitude. That's an
Stop.
attitude.
Stop.
Period.
Ronnie.
That's either you.
Ronnie,
right
kids
now.
don't love it like that. Ronnie, they love the money. They love this lifestyle that's portrayed to them, that's given to them. Ronnie,
DJ, listen. Listen to my example, my nigga.
but you're not listening. But Ronnie, you're not listening at all.
I'm
You're not listening at all.
I am listening.
So the NIL money has nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with what?
Them going into the league and being the best version of themselves.
It can, yes. I'm saying that's not the determining factor.
It is.
You're saying that that's the determining factor.
The money is,
Well,
Ronnie.
I'm saying money is not the determining factor.
Okay.
You either
Okay.
love the game or you don't. All right. So the saying that money either enhances who you are or money enhances who you are. That's not true.
I don't know. I don't have money like that.
But you've been commenting for people who have money this whole time. You've been saying that they're gonna lose it because they don't have money. Now I ask you a question. You said
Because I'm not in their position, right?
Now I ask you
But
a question.
I'm not in their
about it.
position.
Yeah,
But
From what,
stop
from what I
streaming
see,
from this?
how it changes people, it
You haven't been
continues
in
to
their
drive.
position this whole time, my nigga. You haven't been in their position. You've been commenting for them.
And you have? No, exactly.
Yeah,
Shut up, nigga.
but I didn't say
Shut up,
that.
nigga.
Streaming,
I didn't
I'm
say
not-
that. You
What?
said
What are
it.
you
You
talking
said
about?
it.
You said what?
You the one who said it.
It's going to change.
My nigga, stop.
It's going to change.
Stop
It's going to change your
talking.
mindset.
Should
You
I do
keep
it now?
It's
changing
going
your
to change
issue.
someone's mindset.
You keep changing your issue.
How am I changing my answer? It's
Yo,
going to change
we got
your mindset.
42 views of y'all arguing right now.
You still recording?
Like, what are you talking about?